You complain. You complain that makes you too skimpy and then I look naked.
I don't know who that is. Get rid of them.
You might be mindful because I do get followed around a bit.
Look, that person that I just added, that I just got rid of, they did in the private chat. They're called Harlow. I have your address, Mr. Ben Harrison. Your flat is in Howard's Court. No, it's not. So good luck with that. Fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot.
Should have just said.
Isn't it mad with fucking how people really need to fucking disrupt? And it's some sad lives.
Yeah,
in between their facing a fit rituals.
Your address is something Howard's Court or whatever. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. This is the thing, look, because do you know what I've actually noticed? I'm watching Muted, but what's his face? And well, it's gone up a little bit, but it's like the dickheads are coming from bloody. Oh no, they've gone now. I was going to add someone else there. Hard to get in. But it just seems the dickheads come from other people's lives and then try and cause trouble. And then try and cause trouble. Usually, like, we've all been talking in fucking ages. Usually, with no issue. We've all been talking in fucking ages and with no issue. Dickheads from other people, like criminals' lives, and dickheads come over to mine. Other people, like criminals' lives. And then they come over to mine and try and cause trouble.
They're just weird people with no. Personally, I think all the ones that are causing trouble, I think that they're all agents in some way or fashion. Because the time we're in right now, this time, I know it's not what your channel is, but this time we're in right now is like no other time in history. And if you're knocking about these channels, then you should know what's going on. And by being a dickhead and trying to cause trouble, ain't getting no way to stop them sticking a Uniband bracelet on you and marching you to a death camp.
Yeah, look, you see the one I've just added, Harlow. That's the one that says, you know, my address, or she. Come on then.
You speak with people.
I'm not talking.
See, no, that's one of their tactics, the coward tactic.
Oh, and then he's put in the private chat, you're a hypocrite then, blah, 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 fucking blah. Oh, fucking idiot.
Guys, get rid of the fucking mug.
And then he put, you're well known in Southend. Yeah, I fucking am. Good.
Whoa, yeah, he's not wrong with that, Joe, because remember that video you were doing down on the seaside, and that woman who come over and went, I know you're Joe Public, remember?
Right, sorry, Joe, 1 second. That Orcar's just come back in as Ken the Hawk.
Fucking idiot. How'd you get rid of it? Oh, look. You film kids down the seafront. They didn't even put the seafront. And they spelled it wrong as well. Wow. Idiot. Crazy. I might actually make my own fucking. I've actually got some troll accounts. Troll myself. Because, to be honest, if I actually troll myself, at least it'd be fucking intelligent.
Yeah, you know. Instead of 10 troopers, I've got nothing to say, can only play bloody. What is it he does? He plays table tennis and chess on his channel, because nobody really wants to talk to him. Apart from a few scumbags.
I just got to say hi to Class of other stuff. She's in Southend. She's the same shit from Essex Police. Like basically the same one that's harassing me.
Right, I'm gonna shoot Joe because
alright.
I've got my son's headset on because I told you no, I cut the microphone cable out of my laptop, so I'm using his headphones. Yeah, and I plugged it in, and he's bugging me in the background, mate. He wants his headset.
All right.
So,
All right.
yeah,
Nothing weird.
Ben, I'll email you the videos, mate, but don't put them on YouTube at the moment, mate, because I've got my trial in October, mate.
Oh, I've got one going on in October as well.
Yeah?
Is it Southend or like, where? What court?
Exeter Magistrates.
Oh, right. Not near me then.
No, not too far away, but not too close either. So, but I
Give me
think
an email, mate.
yeah, I think
Send an email.
I'm gonna fucking win it anyway, mate. Solicitor said, yeah, you're gonna win it.
Yeah.
I was gonna take it to Crown, but because
I'll
obviously
take it. If you lose,
yeah, I
do it
can appeal to
later on.
This is what, when I had a conversation with my solicitor, yeah, I said, I want to take it to Crown, mate, because a barrister will rip this to fucking pieces, mate. He went, yeah, but there's a very small chance you'll get convicted, and if you do, if it's in Crown Court, you're going to go to prison. He said, if it's kept in magistrates, it doesn't cross the custody threshold, because none of the coppers got injuries because I fucking hit them. I'm 17 and a half, nearly 18 stone. Apparently I fucking punched him in the head twice. If I did that, mate, he'd have fucking injuries, if not be, concussed or whatever, yeah?
Now Steve's talking about beating up people and how badly beat up they would be. Let me post the StreamYard link for anybody who wants to come up and talk. I got to get to my channel first. Just 1 second. I'm all, I got about 15 screens open. I love winding those guys up. It's too easy. It's just way too easy. And you listen to these spanner heads, and every comment, well, there's only two types of comments. There's the comments where Rich and Steve say things like, when you distill it all down, they're saying, we're great, we're awesome, we're fantastic. And then the other comments is everybody else sucks. Hello, Radical Ralph. Can you guys hear me? I thought I set it up. I thought I got the, oh, hang on. Just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I don't do this enough to remember the rules of button pushing. There, the link is in the chats. Local, I guess they haven't got to me yet. This time I can do it. It was my mistake. It wasn't YouTube's mistake this time, but thanks for the help, buddy. Appreciate it. And I'll pin it at the top of the chat. And man, it's really good to see Rint in here. Thanks for the information. Good to see Radical Ralphie here tonight. Like if you want to come up, geez, Ralph, have you been on? I mean, you might have been, but I have a really bad memory for who's been on and off now. And Rin, you're welcome to come up because I have some questions to ask you about the Boston Marathon bombing. And Local, come up anytime, man. Anytime. But right now, I'm just going to play a bit of this. I got a delivery coming in about 10 minutes. Yeah, or less, actually. So I don't know if anybody's been watching this. I know that Rintin has, and I know that Rum has because he messaged me. And
You started Mick Mills, don't you?
Let him send it to me, and I can always forward it on if you don't want to.
Joe's got my email is I ate the government. Yeah? At gmail.com.
I'll get hungry as well. Just fucking eat.
well, let's mute that and see what Local's got to say. How are you, Local?
Hello, Okai. How are we doing this evening?
It was some kind of a slow day, and then somebody told me that Rich and Steve were flarping off online again. So I thought I'd go in and just say hi. How are you? And I love you.
Yeah, I see that. I wanted to comment, but I can't because I'm blocked.
Oh, they wouldn't let you comment there at all.
I'm blocked.
You've had a run-in with Joe Public UK in the past?
Yeah. Well, he's blocked me. He's unblocked me. He's blocked me. He's unblocked me, and he's blocked me again. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay, all right. Now I don't know much about Joe Public. I think he's an auditor, if that's correct.
Yeah. So recently, now I see Steve in another stream, and but I big him up for doing that. What he said on the other stream, he was I was on Joe Public's side, after everything that happened to Joe Public. So I'll tell you what happened to Joe.
I don't
So
know what
he,
Joe. So.
so he met up with 3 other auditors off YouTube. Met up with them. So there was 4 of them in a van, and they went out. They did a couple of audits around England, and they ended up kicking him out 100 miles away from home, kicking him out the van and
Wow.
stealing all of his shit, all of his
Equipment?
his camera, yeah, the lot, and just left him there stranded. So then he had to get home on his own.
Wow. Well, I don't have anything against Joe Public. Let me make that clear. He seemed like a nice guy when I was listening to him, and he seemed. I can understand your reaction to want to get away with. He blocked me twice, but that's because Rich and Steve were squawking, right?
Yeah. See, he doesn't. Joe will only listen.
So anyways, all I was doing, I was just saying hi to Rich and Steve, how much I love them, and adding a little color commentary, a little insight into what the truth and the lies are. And but they're just 2 sorry sacks who just go on camera. They lie, and they try to make themselves look good, and they think they can get away with it. They can get away with it.
I was listening for a bit as well, for like 15-20 minutes.
Oh, good. So you can fill me in a bit more then. Watching.
What?
Because I've only seen really about 5-minute stops.
Oh yeah. Well, they were talking about random shit, innit? About whatever, and but I see a lot of negative people in that chat. I was talking about some of them yesterday on my stream as well.
Okay.
And maybe that's why he's blocked me, because I told him to unmod a couple of people and kick them out. But I think he likes them because
no. I just have to go for 5 minutes. I gotta go to the door and pick up some food. I'll be right. Do you want me to play this? Do you want me to play more of Joe Public's live stream right now? No.
But he's got his own website, and I think it's uploading. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not. But can you hold, or do you want to drop off and come back up when I'm back?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay, buddy.
Steve, Rich, if you're listening, what can I say to you guys? Hopefully you guys will be watching my stream tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Hopefully I will start at 11 o'clock, maybe 11:45, depending what time I'll get there. But there's a massive protest tomorrow. Hopefully 2 million people will be there in central London at 12 o'clock. at Hyde Park Corner. Anybody that's listening around the world in the chat, okay. Go to London at 12 o'clock to Hyde Park Corner. 2 million people will be meeting. Oh, and if you're lucky and you're good in the live stream tomorrow, you won't get kicked out.
Sorry about that, local. Sorry about that, fellas. I didn't realize. So local, let me put you back on. Or are you there? No, add to stream. Okay, you must have dropped off. Hello, welcome back.
Yep, I pressed the wrong button.
Okay, and I'm going to welcome Radical Ralph Russo from the United States of America, Maine in particular. Do you know each other, or shall I introduce you?
Introduce us.
How you doing, okay?
I am fine tonight, Ralph. How are you, my friend?
I'm really worried about these fires. I got a live stream now from California. Somebody's playing games out there.
Oh yeah,
They're playing games. The commanders are coming up and they're saying these fires are subdued, and this woman who's in the Forest Service is seeing otherwise.
yeah, and that wouldn't surprise me either, Ralph. Either, you know, like the media gives you a sense that the authorities are taking care of things instead of destroying and rebuilding your society. So people, you know, they'll watch the news, they'll believe whatever a fire chief says, and you could tell them it's going to rain popsicles tomorrow, and they believe it.
Yeah. That other fella there who just said he's going to do a live stream of the protest.
His name is Local Experimentalist, That's what his avatar says. But today, he's also a local vigilante. I think he's trying out a few names or something. And
Yeah, I'm gonna change it soon.
Ralph, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And he does a lot of live events, broadcasting. Lately, he's been doing a lot of the protests in London and areas around London. And I don't know if you watch him, but it's good stuff.
So will you bring him into our room tomorrow if you stop in the morning?
Oh, I'll put your channel in the chat right now.
Yeah,
And
I can't.
would-
Hold on. Well, if he puts his link in chat,
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
I'll put both of them in the chat if you want. I've got
Put my I got a stream ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, if you've got it handy, just throw it in. Then that'd be great. Yeah. I'd have to go back to Discord for that. Oh no, I don't. What am I talking about? Just push the buttons, Kenny. Push the buttons.
Here you go.
Are you called Desert Raider, Ralph?
what's that?
Are you also known as Desert Raider?
Yeah, but I don't want my email out.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I just put the link to your channel, and it comes out with the first part of your email, not the whole. I didn't
Alright,
know
I
that.
don't know what the hell. I don't know what that's about, but
I remember I put up, whenever I put up the link to my YouTube channel, it comes out my first channel with my email, just the first 5 digits of my email.
yeah.
But the one I'm using tonight is all scrambled, so I don't know what's going on there. But I'm on a 2-week strike now for goofing off the other night.
What was the first one? Medical misinformation.
First one was medical misinfo, and that's, I think, when I had just 4 or 5 of you guys up, and I was also playing a lot of videos from BitChute showing how they fraudulently calculate the COVID-19 deaths.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I probably played that video 2 or 3 times in one stream, actually. And this last time it was for just playing mostly Dire Straits music over and over again, even though they told me to stop.
It's like vegan realist Jamie. His main account got shut down, isn't it? Now he's got to use his secondary account.
It's getting bad.
Yeah. Well, I just got off my my first strike. Is expired now. After 90 days, it will expire. So now I can get back into the protesting and the live streaming, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Good. Because you do a great job of that too.
Yeah, I wanted to wait until the strike was over so that I don't catch a second strike, and then so if I catch a strike now because the strike is expired, it will be classed as a strike 1 and not a strike 2.
So you have to wait up to, it's a 90-day period, and if you get 3 strikes in 90 days, you're out.
That's it, exactly. Yeah.
I'll have to keep my eye on that then. Maybe we should just talk about puppy dogs tonight then.
Hey, what are you eating for dinner?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was eating live on camera. I make that mistake a lot. I buckled.
No,
I couldn't be bothered going to the grocery store or getting outside at all today, so I'm eating.
Well,
I'm eating shrimp pad thai, Ralph, and it's the best pad thai I've had in my lifetime, and I've eaten a lot of pad thai around the world. This stuff is incredible.
and
it's
was
Sorry?
that a meal?
Well, there's spring rolls and then there's some Shanghai noodles for, you know, maybe later tonight or tomorrow.
So how much was that Canadian?
Oh, all in all, with the tip and taxes really get you here, Ralph. They really get you here. It was about $60 Canadian.
Holy shit! How much was tax?
You know what's funny? I'll get the
Holy-
receipt. Let me get the receipt.
Yeah, the receipt.
Yeah, because you're in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Phew. I like seeing what other people pay. Not that I'm nosy guy. I just want to see what money's worth in other countries.
But where are you from?
I'm in central Maine, United States.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow.
Way in the east, way in the northeast. I'm one of the northernmost states in the United States.
So it's about 7 o'clock there.
6:21.
It's 6:21 Hawkeye News Network time. I got the receipt here, but it's not going to do anything because I paid by debit card at a wireless debit machine. It doesn't.
So they charge you more money to do that?
Oh no! Wait. Here's the original receipt. They did state. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. For this was an older order for $46, and the taxes was $5.32.
No way.
Yeah, like think about that. That's like a.
What?
That's like.
Why would I open?
That's
Why would I
probably-
open a restaurant?
Well, because you can charge a delivery fee, and some people charge $6 delivery fee here in this town, and
Wow.
your bottle pop is like $2.75 for just a 500 ml bottle. I think that's how. But they probably suffered during the lockdowns, the 2 lockdowns that we had. So they're probably. But then again, some restaurants have managed to shift a lot of their business online, and they're doing really well because of the internet now.
Mm.
I went to a McDonald's last Saturday night, and I was watching what was going on. And if you come to McDonald's in America and you're driving to McDonald's, you can say, I want a cheeseburger, fry, and Coke. You can pay for it. They give you a number. You go into the place, or you go to the drive-up window, it's number 43 or whatever, and they hand it to you.
Okay. Yeah, it's all
Hello?
done electronically. All done electronically.
All electronic.
And they want you actually, when you get in there, to order by touching screens.
Yep.
To be honest, Ralph, they don't even want to see you. They would rather, McDonald's would rather have you order online and have it delivered to your home. That's what they're going for.
The kid had a real attitude when I walked up to the register, and he's looking over at those touchscreen things. I says, I'm not doing that shit, shithead. You're going to talk to me or I'll go eat somewhere else.
You called him a shithead and he's the one with the attitude?
No, I didn't really call him shithead. I just throw that in for a little comic relief.
I think I knew that.
But you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Why don't you wait till all the gray-haired people are dead and then play your games?
I mean, at my grocery store, this is not a lie. I can go in, and out of about 200 people, staff and employees, I will be the only person not wearing a mask. For me to go through the regular checkouts on busy evenings, you are lined up down 3 walls of the store, and it takes about 25 minutes to half an hour just to push your buggy through a cash register. And they've intentionally cut down cashiers, and plus cashiers are slowed down because after every transaction, they've got to wipe down the whole damn thing, including the screens. So, but they've got 2 staff ushering, going up to people and saying, "Would you like to use the automated checkouts, man?"
Right.
Because they're promoting it. They're getting
Right.
their own. They're getting their own employees to give away their jobs, basically.
My mom's she's up there in age, and she goes to the little Chinese Walmart there, and she gets in there bright and early on Saturday, just get the things she needs, and she's waiting in line, 7 in line on each cash register, and there's only 2 registers open out of 40.
Yeah, because corporations
Corporate.
should be going out of their way to help us during this time, but they're intentionally making life more difficult.
I can't even get a bag here, you know.
What do you mean? Oh, 5 cents for a plastic bag, you mean?
Oh no, I can't get a plastic bag. They sell you $1.75 for like this reusable piece of Chinese trash they bought.
See, they told us because of COVID, they weren't allowing us to use recyclable bags anymore.
Right. They did that here too.
Okay.
But my point was, they're mad people. I'm old for this crap. I forgot my shit at home. Now I got to throw all the shit, self-checkout, go throw all the crap into the carriage again, wheel it out to the car, throw all the crap in the front seat, down on the floor and all that crap. Then I get home, I get my reusable bag, and I carry it in. Just total bullshit.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but do you wear a mask?
We had mandates here, but what I did was I took a razor blade and ran slits across it.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I wrote hoax on it.
There's only 2 places where I will wear a mask, and that's on the buses. I take the bus.
Yeah.
And that's only because my theory is this. I have literally seen people late at night, bus stops, they don't have a mask, driver says, sorry, and they just takes off. Because some of the bus drivers here, they're really, they're scared to death about COVID. So, they watch too much TV. And they're not nice. They can be pretty nasty. And sometimes you'll have to wait an hour or 2 for another bus. So I put the mask on, and then I go sit at the back of the bus, and then I just pull it down to my chin. Haven't been bothered at all. But
Well, we all know they don't work.
we all know that. The science is clear. Literature goes back to 1948. I think an Israeli study showed that back in the 40s.
Yeah.
And I think we saw a bit on your show which showed that a historian showing that masks did absolutely nothing during the 1918 flu pandemic, Spanish flu. And I think even Anthony Fauci has been on, or actually in writing has said that probably one of the biggest debilitators, the biggest cause of illness in the Spanish flu was secondary pneumonia caused by mask wearing. So
Yeah.
Fauci has come out a few times and said that, look, the literature is clear. Masks don't work. And then he turns around and says, everybody get 1, 2, I think he even said 3 masks at one time.
Yeah.
Anthony Fauci is a psychopath and a compulsive liar, and he's as
Yeah.
evil as they get.
Somebody in the room says, Harry, I can't see too well. Harney says hello, Ken.
Actually, everybody in the chat, just for just to please Uncle Hawkeye, if you could Rin, local, Arnie, my buddy, can you type in all big caps tonight? Because radical.
They're on a phone. They're on a phone. It's hard for them to do that.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. Okay, well that's
Yeah.
optional then. If you want Big Ralph to like you and read your comments, type in big caps. And you know what? If you do that, I won't have to put my reading glasses on anymore either.
So silly in my book.
What's the diopter, the measurement on your reading glasses, Ralph? Or do you wear bifocals?
No, I just get them like at the dollar store. I'm really not sure. I can look.
Are you around 275 or 3 or 3.5?
Yeah, I think like 275, 3 or something.
Yeah, because I noticed a big difference. I'm up to 275 now, and this is from starting maybe in my late 40s at about like 1.25, I think it was. Yeah, it's a lot easier if people type in caps. I don't have to read it. I don't
How you
need
doing? No, I
Good.
mean, I'm not trying to tell people, but I'm in this live stream, and this woman is running a live stream with all the operations going on in California with the Forest Service.
Okay. Do you want to share a bit of that?
I
'Cause I
could
don't
do.
know.
I could do.
I'm quite
I can
aware
do-
of it. It's not just California too. It's like half of Canada, it seems, as well.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if my English mates really understand or appreciate it exactly, like what kind of landmass is on fire right now. It's really quite extraordinary.
Now, that Dixie fire, 750,000 acres. That was last night.
That's amazing.
So what she's got going on here, I think I can't see too well with the little screen, but cameras.
Yeah, it looks like a scene from hell, doesn't it? I'm going to thank my chat for shouting. Yeah, and it's one of your viewers that lives out there, or pretty close to that. Is that correct? Ralph, you're on mute.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. No, this is not close to me.
No, it's not close to you. In fact, for the people in England, this is California, right?
Yeah, actually, the people in England might be even a little closer.
Oh no, because you're in Maine, so you're on the exact opposite south to east coast, and but there are fires going on in eastern Canada that are pretty big right now. We had our own here. In fact, we had like 4 days of smog from forest fires in northern Ontario, but Alberta and British Columbia are just getting killed. In fact, I think BC might be even as bad as California, or at least it has been in the recent past.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty bad.
And I've been watching Carol, and she says that people are noticing that these fires just start, like, you can have like 10, 20, 30 fires starting all at random in different geographical locations. And
well, let me tell you a little bit about that, all right? When you get a raging fire and a tree is topped, right? It burns right to the top. There can be heavy embers there carried for 4 miles in the wind, still be burning. But what you can't do is, like I seen this week, is I seen the fire, the wind is going the opposite way, and the fire lights on the opposite side. I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
Or how is it that thousands of residents in multiple counties will say that they saw blue or white laser beams coming from the sky around the time? Yeah.
I don't buy into that. I know they can do that, but I don't believe anybody's going to see it. I think these lasers are high intensity. They're so high, they're invisible to the eye, my personal opinion. And if they do it, it's going to be in a microsecond. Like, it isn't like Star Trek, like where you go, "Grrr." You don't need to do that with these. I mean, it's microseconds.
Well, have you seen some of the films? Like
I did. I
Two-
did.
I think 2 or 3 years ago in Redwood, California, I believe it
Yep.
was.
Yep. The Paradise Fire, and I watched Jamie, and I just couldn't buy it.
Are you still watching Jamie Lee?
No, this is another Jamie, a Plain Truth.
Yeah, that's Jamie Lee. Yeah, from
No, I sort of backed down on him because he put so much stuff out, and I lowered the notification, and that's
Right.
one thing really pissing me off. They don't slow down the notifications. If a channel putting out too much stuff, and you go and hit the bell
right.
and say no notification, 3 days later, I'm still getting loaded up with it.
Yep, I hear you. Yeah, removing notifications is something I've been doing too. It's driving me nuts. But I'm getting all these phone calls from like all over the damn world with these area codes that I've never heard of before. And they're almost always recorded phone solicitations. And I'm getting emails. I'm getting emails from the fake IRS in the United States saying I owe them money even though I'm in Canada. It's brutal.
Wow. Harney, you're absolutely right. The one in Siberia, the smoke went all the way up to the North Pole.
Is that right? Yeah, I miss Siberia.
But he don't think it's invisible in the light spectrum of laser. Well, there you go. You might be right.
Arnie's very technical. He is our go-to guy for if we have need troubleshooting online or just with our phones and stuff like that. He's very knowledgeable.
But they're fighting these fires, and the weather control agents, which you got to believe in that, right?
Yeah, I believe in that.
Well, they got 45-mile-an-hour winds forecast for California on Monday. 45 mile an hour sustained.
Well, look, I think part of the intentionality you can infer because these guys, we all know, have the technology to make it rain. They can make it rain by spraying, by blasting EMFs. They can make it rain with cloud machines. They'd be doing that. And I remember very specifically, Ralph, back around the time of the very first of those fires, even the fires that were in the United States, Oregon and California, they were preceded by what was called the Fort McMurray fire. It was one of the biggest fires Alberta, Canada has ever had. And I read an article in CBC News, and it said the title online was, could weather seeding or cloud seeding and weather modification help put out the Fort McMurray fires? And this reporter goes on for a really long article, and all he says is, well, cloud seeding's only used sometimes in China and Thailand, and we don't really do that here. And that was the whole article, man. We don't do that here. So it just makes no sense at all. Like, and we know the types of people who are getting burnt out. They're farmers, they're ranchers, they're people who live on the land, and then they're people in subdivisions on the outskirts of cities because they're trying to make these cities smaller and more compact and build them up with high rises and prefabricated, 6 by 6 foot cells for the future.
Yeah. Henry asks, what color do you remember? I remember like greenish blue in some of Jamie's film, but I'm not sure if it was just something happening with the lens.
Well,
Like
I thought it was an old video of Carol's with blue and white lasers. And
Blue and white.
I think she talks about blue and white lasers, but I'm not sure. Arnie says that if it was green, there you go. Well, there you go then. Well,
Yeah,
are you eating right now?
I am. Am I in? Is it? I'm almost done.
No, I'm just saying, just hang on. I'm going to get some more food and catch up to you, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
I just made me, I don't know what you call it. I took some jalapenos, some onions, some tomatoes, some basil, some garlic, and threw it in the blender. What do you call that? Almost like a, the stuff you dip your nachos in. I got another name for it, but I made some of that. Boy, that came out really, really good. I'm going to make more of this. It wasn't too hot either. That was really good. I can't think of the name of it. You don't know what I'm talking about? Salsa. I made like a salsa.
Hey, Ralph, I'm back. I am eating the finest beef pad thai I've ever had in my lifetime, man. This is just a treat. And I get to share it with all you nice people on the interwebs.
Oh, I didn't even know you were going. I was looking at the other screen. I just made like a salsa. I put onion, jalapeno, tomato, garlic, little vinegar, a little salt, some basil, and ground it all up.
That sounds good.
It was really good. I was really surprised. It wasn't overly hot, and I might make more of it.
Sounds like you eat fairly healthy.
This time of the year, yeah. I mean, I just want to pull all that out of the garden. But wintertime, I just get lazy. I just make a pound of pasta, and when it's gone, it's done. You know what I mean? I eat pasta like I think probably 30 or 40 pounds last year. So
No.
I get it when I can.
Not that it's any of my business, but I've always detected a bit of Italian in you ethnically. Is that true?
Yeah. Italian and French.
And
I'm really.
The French, is that from the Canadian French side?
Yeah. And the sad part about it is, God bless her, my grandmother and my aunts and my mom, they'd all be talking French Canadian, and I never picked it up.
Yeah.
Monsieur, cochon,
Oui, monsieur.
cochon.
Hey. Tu es un joli petit. What did you just say?
Cochon.
Oh, cochon. You're a cute little pig.
So, didn't really learn a lot from them. Grandpa used to speak Italian once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never picked up much. I learned some ham radio. I got my second language was CW, was Morse code at one time.
Yeah.
But now I'm so rusty.
That's quite a language, actually.
It gets through anything, you know, I mean, it gets through anything. Voice takes up 3 kilohertz. CW takes up 1.5, so it plows through just about anything. Except this jamming going on by the Cubans. It's going on 2 months, 3 months. They're jamming on 40 meters.
Who are they jamming?
Jamming America and their own people so they can't tell what's going on in Cuba.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, so the ham radio operators in Cuba, you got to realize now, you know, they got little tiny radios that put out 100 watts and you stick a mag mount and you can talk to the world. But they don't want their people knowing nothing, so they're down there blasting them. They're not letting any reports come out of there. And, you know, when I was a kid, I remember ham radio report. I remember them saying that on TV, and ham radio would report this or ham radio would report that.
don't know if you can see this, but I ran into a ham radio operator last year.
Yeah. Does he got his call sign on there?
Yeah, he gave me his card, just said, if you're ever interested, come on out and I'll teach you how to use the radio.
What do you want, an apartment?
Yeah, unfortunately, in a city.
Well, I know the other guys in the city that defeated the rules. Just one guy out in Brooklyn runs just a wire down a 6-story apartment.
Oh, no.
Then when he's done at it at night, he brings it in because he'll get in trouble from the landlord.
Okay. And what does he mainly do with that? Does he just talk to people around the world or what?
Oh, it's so much, just so much. You just, yeah, basically, yeah. But you can send messages, you can send pictures, the technology is way over my head now.
Yeah. Well, now everybody can send messages and pictures and whatever they want.
What is he saying?
This
I
internet,
love the diorama. What does that mean?
I don't know. A
What
diorama.
if you-
I'm sure whatever it is good.
Oh, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm just really interested. Somebody's saying something good about radical? Holy cow, I better find out what it means.
Oh, no. They know
LOL.
you've been pre-selected for your likability. Harney might want to come up here. He's a hoot.
I gotta process these. The show of little. I don't know what he means. Little house.
I don't know if he knows that that's Pokey and Gumby.
Oh, he must be really educated. He went to them highfalutin school. I only got a 3rd grade education here from the U.S. So I got to process these. Can you see that? I can't see good on the screen.
Peppers?
Yeah, jalapenos.
Very nice.
Well, most of them going to be Christmas gifts, you know.
Oh, no?
We don't have a lot of money to buy people, but they like my pickled hot peppers. So
Oh, you pickle those, do you?
yeah, I'm going to pickle them. Yeah, it's September, and I'm not going to see them till December, so they won't spoil or nothing. You know what I mean?
My mom used to make strawberry jam every year, but I never picked it up.
You're from Yorkshire. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's pretty dumb.
Yeah, he knows what color spectrum light burns up the forest. So I'm really kind of confused, and I can let you hear just for a second. This is what confused me with this lady, right?
Explained to the poor Mr. Bell the end of the smoke. Yikes. So he's talking about the bulldozer lines on the south.
So she's telling you about the bulldozer line. So she just gets done saying this fire just blowed out, right?
Okay.
And then somebody in the chat came in, and these are a lot of retired fire people, came in and said, no, Colonel so-and-so said the fire's out. So what's going on here? Is the fire out or the fire not out? She went and looked and said, that fire isn't out. What the hell are they talking about that? Misinformation.
Oh, I got a hater in the chat tonight. Dean O'Hara's here. You probably can't read it.
Hold on. Where's the hater?
Dean O'Hara. Hi, Dean.
You little media groomer. You really draw in the numbers. Yeah, what are you criticizing him for drawing in the numbers? You dumbass. How many numbers do you draw in? And why are you coming in here and giving this man shit with your precious life? Don't you know the New World Order is trying to kill you, you dumb shit?
I don't think he knows much, to be honest with you, Ralph.
No, well, they're going to try to kill us all, so let's work together.
He's really big on himself and not so big on other people.
What do we got? Rum? Hey, Rum, how you doing?
Yeah. You know Rum from...
No, I don't know none here from here.
Another English lad. So far, everybody in the chat is from England.
Rum, yeah.
So speak slowly. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was shout. You have to type in capital
You have
letters.
to. So one time I'm taking care of this campground, and these 7 Japanese people are way in serious trouble, right? They're on 4-wheelers, but they're in serious hurt and trouble. They already rolled one. 2 of them got blown tires. They're miles from where they rented this thing. And I'm trying to tell them how to go, where to go. And I'm screaming at them at the bottom of my lung. And they're looking at me and says, no, calm down, or quiet down a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
I thought if I screamed louder, they would understand me more better.
That's a very American thing. I've seen Americans talk to French Canadians like that.
Screaming at them.
Que je suis bête. Donde estoy like castor.
Well, I'm glad you went live tonight. It's in a Friday night. I'm sort of in the same boat as you are. You know, we're both alone.
Yep.
And it's just good to kick back and shoot the breeze with people. So hello, everybody. How you doing there, Rum?
Everybody else.
What is that flag from?
I thought I pinned my chat, but I guess I didn't pin it. Let me do that so people can just jump on up. Jump on up.
What's that? Is that Puerto Rico?
It's
that flag on Rum?
That's actually. Oh no! The flag is for Palestine, and I have to agree.
Hey, I like you, Rum. Yeah, you got to come to my show. Hear me swinging at the juju. I'm gonna get it into it in here. I'm not gonna start in here. It's peaceful. It's quiet.
I think Rum would have, no, we're not going to talk about the, what do we call that, the Israeli-Palestinian mild friction. We're just going to talk about, Rum might want to listen to Radical's show You start what, 9 a.m. usually, 8 a.m.?
Between 8 and 9. If I'm late, that's a good thing for Mr. Russo because we're ruffled tired. We didn't sleep much this week.
Yeah, you've been complaining about that, and I'm an old friend of sleeplessness. Do you wake up from pain, or do you have apnea or some other issue?
I think it's a Lyme sleep apnea, but then once in a while I get pain, and I've been getting weird dreams. I've been getting up and just sit there and devour a whole bunch of food, take more sleeping pills, and go to bed.
Yeah, and you know something? I've got to say that over the last year, I was a person who, they say that we all dream. It's impossible not to dream, but that most people don't have a very good memory or just a fleeting memory of what they dreamed the night before. And that used to be me. I never remembered dreams. I was never impressed by them. I never woke up saying, what an awesome dream. But in the last year, and more frequently, I've been having some of the wildest dreams I've ever experienced in my life. Could be the frequency.
Well, yeah, I think there's my link right up above. I'm surprised I could post my link because I'm not a moderator. Usually you can't post a link. I'm really shocked I could do that.
Did I not moderate you?
Oh, it's all right. It's fine. I wasn't complaining about that, but my rules were if you're not a moderator, you can't put links in.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but no. I insist on moderating you because I look at the sea of blue. Oh, I just hid you. Something's not right.
All right.
You weren't showing up in blue there, so that's really strange. Let me unhide you. Unhide and add moderator. There we go. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Everything's cool.
Friday night,
Can't you
7-ish.
play my new Rum wants to know I go on about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 to 9, I should be there.
So 1 or 2 o'clock England, Limey time.
You get me telling some sad. Go ahead.
Get you telling some what?
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I was going to tell Rum, you know, if you start telling me sad stories of Palestine, I'll go and I'll show you some really, really nasty video that the Israelis have done. And ain't no need of that. I'm really.
That's funny. I can't.
I'm so. I hate going to invade Israel. Yeah, that'd be cool. Kill them all. Nah, we won't go that route tonight. We're going. I need to smoke a little bit.
Yeah, and you feel free to take a smoke break anytime, brother.
Yeah, I gotta go and have a smoke. Hi, Maddie. Looking good tonight, Maddie.
I'm gonna relink your channel because I don't see it on my end here.
You know, well, I can do it again.
Well, why don't we both try it and see if they're messing with us?
Yeah, I'm still gray. Look at that. Oh, now I'm blue.
Oh, that's good. At least I'm doing something right.
Yeah, but can you see me?
I see it just now. It just came up. Yeah. So I don't know what happened the first time there. Can you see your?
Because I wasn't a moderator.
You weren't what?
I wasn't a moderator.
That's right. Of course, I forgot. Yeah, you have to be a moderator to put up links. But I thought you said you could see it, or maybe you could just see it for a while.
No, I could see. I can even scroll up. I can see it.
So you can see both of the messages you posted.
All right. Well, I hope you know, I got some bad language at times. I get really frustrated. I'm a frustrated old man. I'm not dealing with frustrating women. I'm dealing with frustrating planet that wants to kill us all.
I think it's a little delicate to claim that you use bad language from time to time. I describe you more as a potty mouth, to be honest.
All right. I'll wear that badge. Whatever. I just want something done, you know, like 9/11. At least lock the people up that did that stuff before I go. You know what I mean?
Don't think that's going to happen, man. I really don't. They just
No,
shake
I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who was it? I lost a lot of heroes waking up, and one of them was Noam Chomsky, the great American social critic and writer. And I saw him interviewed, and he flatly said, it was just like this. He says, "No, I don't think 9/11 needs to be reinvestigated." And I lost all respect for Noam Chomsky in that second. I come to see him as one of the tribe. One of the tribe.
Well, it's funny you say, because I was subbed to Ron Paul ever since I got on YouTube, and he was my hero. And in the last year, live chat, hey, what are you doing about 9/11? And he just blows everyone off on 9/11. And I just said, people say, oh, they'll kill him if he opens his mouth. I says, well, you know, I mean, there were a lot of people killed there. All right, guys. Hopefully, I can do a good show for you. But you know, I just was so disappointed. It's like this other channel. I was just showing you the forest fire channel. They're all there talking about Blanco Lirio. Yeah, Blanco Lirio is a very smart man, but he's also a commercial air pilot, and he never answers one. When you're flying that aircraft and you're leaving condensation trails around and they don't disappear, do you think that's fair to the people trying to grow food on the ground? Or do you think it's trying to control the weather or manipulate the weather? And he won't answer.
Yeah, it's always something, right? I think anybody that's basically on TV is suspect. I think they're all working for the elite in some way, shape, or form, whether they know it or not.
I got to get this, Hawkeye, all right?
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Yeah, you take your time, buddy. We got other people coming up.
How are you doing?
Just put yourself on mute, Ralph. Maddie, good to see you. Yeah, Ralph's show, I listen to it pretty much most mornings. If I wake up on time, I'll get about 3 hours. If not, I get about 20 minutes. But it's a nice place to hang out with the morning coffee and friends. So who else is coming up? You can all see the link, or are you just all shy tonight? Or can you not understand his accent? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So just give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Everybody good? Am I still on the air? So the guy that delivers the Thai food, or one of the guys, he met his first wife, a Thai wife, online teaching English as a second language. And then he got to Thailand to teach English there and met another woman whom he married. And she is related to the people that own the restaurant, and she helps cook there. And he told me that this recipe is hers. It's a special egg noodle recipe. And now I'm going to try it live on YouTube. Right on, man. Gotta love Thai food. So since I have an audience, let me tell you about my day. I got up, I took a new dose of my new pill for depression, and I had plans. I was going to go out and get some more rum. I was going to go out and get some more pop. And I was going to go out and get a bit of this and a bit of that. Then I decided, no, I've been drinking for 6 days straight. It was well controlled. It wasn't really making me sick. I was lucky. But I'm taking a break. Stayed inside and just watched my street turn into a traffic yard. Just bumper to bumper traffic for probably 4 hours. There's a lot of construction in the city and bridges are being redone. So my street is now a major thoroughfare. And then I'd say about half the people walking down the street had face masks on. That just made me want to drink more. So I stayed inside. I'll get through tonight, no problem. I did look up something today. It was on a Radical Ralph show. He was talking about psilocybin and LSD. Well, magic mushrooms in gummy bear form. And he looked up a supplier online, and I couldn't believe it. So I looked up a couple suppliers in Canada. And yeah, they will deliver not just LSD, but all kinds of mushrooms. They have this complete laundry list of different magic mushrooms. And you can even buy liquid dimethyltryptamine, DMT, the active ingredient in ayahuasca. So that kind of got me thinking, because that's, I've read for most of my adult life that they've been used to help treat depression and alcoholism. I don't know if I could get a doctor to go for that, but you don't need a doctor for these things. So I'm thinking about that. And if anybody wants to come up and talk about washrooms, I'm just reading Media Consumer on local experimentalists. He's got a program pinned for tomorrow. Media called me a dick. Oh man, Rich, Steve, and now Media. I think it was a loving dick though.
Hello.
Howdy, rum and coke.
Yeah, how you doing? All right.
Having a pretty good day today. Thanks for alerting me to the Joe Public UK. That was-
Yes, well, yeah, I thought people should be aware of it.
No, I think you're right, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's very predictable, and it's getting kind of boring, but it was a nice change of pace.
Yeah, and it's just crazy how he started his stream and he said that he doesn't want anything to do with any criminals or any people that hang around with criminals. Then he has Rich and Steve on his panel. I mean, I think the guy's a bit confused myself.
Yeah,
That's why he's just got a video.
because Rich has a record, doesn't he?
Oh, as long as your arm, and then some. He claims to grow £100,000 worth of cannabis each year. He claims to have beaten, what is it, 21 people up in one sitting? I mean, they're both a bunch of criminals. I mean, for a guy to say that he doesn't want anything to do with any criminals, then having them two fucking criminals on his panel is just mental. Do you know what I mean? So he's got a video. There you go. That's that. But yeah, I've had a nice day. It's been lovely and warm down in the south of England today. I've been in my garden sweating my balls off, doing a bit of gardening and all that. It's been a very nice day.
No, that's excellent. Excellent.
And I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It should be quite a good day tomorrow. Oh, so I'm just going to say this publicly. You know how we all think that Harvey Price is Patrick?
No, I did. Harvey Christ?
Harvey Price, the spammer. Quite a few people have indicated that it's Patrick, but Patrick was live streaming in London today, and at the very same time, Harvey Price was spamming Indy's stream. So that's a strong indication that they are not the same person.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who they were talking about as the spammer. But our buddy Richie from Brummy is here. How's it going, Rich? You want to come up and talk, or is it just going to be
Richard the criminal?
the same old stuff?
Oh, don't get that jerk on here. He's a jerk. He's a criminal and he's a jerk. Don't get him on here, please. But it's your stream. You do what you want.
Oh, it's a rhetorical question.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have him on here. He's a piece of shit. He's a criminal. He's a mental threatening piece of shit. Threatened my life. He's threatened other people's lives.
Oh, no, that's not true. He says he's never threatened anybody. Never.
Well, that's a load of bullshit. Yeah, of course he would, you know. That's what criminals do, isn't it? Is lie their way out of trouble when they get in it. Yeah, of course he would, you know. That's what criminals do, isn't it? Lie their way out of trouble when they get in it. Yeah, then bye then, crocodile. Go and cry some crocodile tears at your little criminal buddy. Yeah, then bye then, crocodile. Go and cry some crocodile. I'm not repeating myself.
He's not even funny. He's not even interesting.
Right, sorry, I had two devices open, so I was hearing an echo.
Yeah, no worries. That's okay.
What you lost, babes? What that? I don't know, my dear. Sorry, I don't know where that is. Hey, you're bloody falling out. Hey, and there you was getting paranoid. Yeah, no, that's one problem solved. No, it should be a good day tomorrow. What, 2 or 3 different protest groups all in London at the same time? It should be quite an entertaining day, okay?
Are they going for some kind of a total person record?
Sorry, say that again?
Are they going for a record, like a number of protesters?
I have no idea, but the talk on the grapevine is it's going to be big tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, lots of people are saying that. Yeah, so it should be a good good bit of viewing for us all, I guess. Yeah, I mean, why doesn't that maggot crawl back under his rock? Oh, Rich, if you're still listening, I hear you've got a girlfriend. She was a tramp that you took off the streets and took home, a homeless woman. I mean, I guess you've got to lose your virginity one day, mate.
Yeah.
What? He hasn't. He hasn't got a kid. Well, guess one. Sorry, okay.
Also, he can't spell.
Who, Rich?
Mm.
Yeah, well, of course he can't. He probably never went to school, did he? I mean, I actually feel sorry for the bloke, you know? Yes, I've just been told by my missus not to waste my time talking about him, so I won't. I respect my missus' views because she's pretty intelligent.
Yeah. I don't need to talk about him.
Yeah. Yeah, so I come on really just to sort of say hello to this Radical Ralph guy because I assume his eyes aren't great, so it'd be easier for me to say hello to him in person, you know?
It would, but it looks like he's still on the phone right now.
Yeah, well, that's what. Harney, are you coming up or are you not able to tonight?
Come on up, Ernie. More than merrier. I'm surprised Brait's not here.
Oh, I like Guy. He's nice. He's a nice, gentle man, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? You can hear it in his voice that he's quite a gentle bloke, you know?
Unless you wrong him. Just don't wrong him. Oh, Ernie's not able to come up, he says.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, yeah.
I'm off the phone.
How was that?
There's one of the ladies in the room. She just
Okay.
buried her mom and dad.
Oh, jeez.
Well, shit happens. How you doing?
Hello, Ray.
I don't know your name. Where'd he go?
I'm Rum. Just call me Rum.
Rom. All right, Rom.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
you doing?
Yeah. I'm all right, mate. I've just come up really just to say hello to you and introduce myself to you and that, you know, see how you're doing and all that.
Rum sounds like Michael Caine, the British actor, Ralph.
I do a little bit, yeah. My name is Michael Caine.
Stop writing checks, dude.
So, have you heard of Dover, the
checks
White
with-
Cliffs of Dover?
What
Well,
about the White Cliffs of Dover?
you've heard of it, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I live, yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
Yeah, I live in Dover. I've got about, I'd say, about a 10 or 12-minute walk, and I'm at the edge of the White Cliffs. Yeah, yeah.
Does anyone ever fall off them?
I think a few people have thrown themselves off of it on purpose, and I'm into collecting fossils, and the best fossils are halfway down the cliff face. So I personally have slid from the top of the cliff down to the bottom before, several occasions, but I've always come out unscathed because I just lay flat. I spread my arms and my legs out, so more of my body is touching the ground, so there's more friction, so I slide down slower, which means I'm sort of all right, you know. Just a few.
Rum has he does a lot of metal detecting, Ralph, and he finds some amazing artifacts and coins and weapons from a long time ago, and he shows them to us.
Yes, I love history.
Italian?
History.
Roman
All English
stuff?
All English, yeah. Roman, Celtic, Saxon, Norman, Tudor, medieval, Victorian, Elizabethan. I've got artifacts and coins ranging right back to Iron Age times.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 20, I always say, I've been saying 25 years, but it's actually probably more like 30 years now.
I watched, there's a show called Father Ted, and Father Ted,
Oh, yes.
they went at the White Cliffs of Dover, and what's the drunk guy in the wheelchair? Father.
I don't know his name.
Anyway,
I know the program.
Yeah, he. Oh, I love it. I thought that was funny as all hell, but the dummy priest let him go, and I guess he went off the cliff.
Yeah. You're talking about the cliffs here. Now, along the coast from me, we've got a cliff called Beachy Head. Now, that's England's top spot for suicides, and they have like a priest walking backwards and forwards along the cliff tops, talking potential jumpers out of jumping. It's the place in the UK that most suicides happen.
Is it really? Wow.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Well, if someone could Google how many people have jumped, you'd probably be surprised.
I didn't realize you put up a new video. I thought you were talking about your one from the other day, but you have a new one.
Oh, yeah, I've got a new one I did tonight, mate. Yeah, about Joe Public.
Oh, no kidding. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't paying attention there. So how do you find your channel again? Is it Rum?
Yeah, it's just Rum, R-H-U-M, yeah.
It's funny. I'm putting it in, but I'm not getting it.
Okay, let me go back. I'll tell you the video title. 1 minute, I've got to find my channel first on the another device.
Oh, it's okay. It just came up on this page.
Oh, you've got it. Okay.
It's
if you want to play it, you're welcome to.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do that right now. Ralph, can you bear with us? We're just going to play. Before I came up, there was a channel in England that had.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
Two of my arch enemies on it.
I think I'm going to roll.
These are the guys.
Roll a toasty while you're doing it.
It's only 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. I always like to see work.
One sitting.
Yeah.
This one is a little one for Joe Public. Now, at the start of Joe Public's stream, he said, "I do not want anything to do with any criminals." And now he's got Stevie on his panel and Rich on his panel. Rich claims to grow £100,000 worth of cannabis each year and claims to have beaten several people to a pulp. Actually, he claims to have beaten up 21 men in one sitting. And Stevie, his criminal activities are absolutely endless. I'm not going to go into them, but he's been to beating up coppers and all sorts of shit. Basically, Joe Public, you claim that you don't want anything to do with criminals, but you've got two of the biggest criminals on YouTube on your panel, and you've had them on there for 1.5 hours approximately. I'm very confused by your actions, Joe Public, and I think you need to take a good, long look at yourself, pal. You've lost all credibility with me, mate. And here's another little observation, right? You've got 12.6 thousand subscribers, but you never get more than 50 people watching your stream. That's funny, isn't it, Joe? I would suggest, and I'm not wrong, that you've probably paid for at least 12,000 of your subs, Joe. You need to take a good long look at yourself, pal. So I've unsub your channel, Joe. I want nothing more to do with you. You're contradictory. You're a fool, okay, mate? So do me a favour, don't fucking speak to me again, okay, pal? You're a fucking idiot. See you later, and I wish you all the best, mate. Goodbye.
See, I was very good in that video. I only said the F word a couple of times.
So that means you're not sending him a Christmas present this year.
No, that is his Christmas present.
Okay.
And to be honest, sorry, Okai, for talking over you, because I know the rules of Fight Club. To be honest, I thought he deserved that video.
Yeah, I think so too. I think anybody
Yeah.
like Stephen Richard should get the same treatment.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just crazy how he says he doesn't want anything to do with criminals, and 5 minutes later he's got them two criminals on his panel. I think he's a very confused man. And I've gone from quite liking him to losing all respect for him. I don't hate him or nothing like that. I've got no respect for Joe Public anymore. And while I'm on the topic of it, I will say that what that serial Pratt or whatever his name is and that other plod, what they did to him was pretty wrong. But yeah, that's the end of that one. Yeah.
Well said. Do you have an echo coming through? I have an echo.
No echo.
Okay, I can put up with that then.
No, there's a little scratchiness on the audio. I don't know what it is. Not so much an echo, though.
Okay. I'll turn it down.
Sorry, Ken. I will mute myself again, and Ralph can talk and see if you still hear this echo. See if it's coming from me. I'll mute.
Yeah, I'm not hearing an echo.
Yeah, you're not hearing any echo or any scratchiness now?
Scratchiness, like overdriving.
Overdriving, like a fan, maybe?
I hear a little fuzzy noise, like a radio isn't tuned in 100%. And I think the little fuzzy bit, I think it's coming from Radical Ralph's end.
Let me mute.
All right, turn mine on. Oh, you might be hearing my fans. I got fans going in the window.
That's it. That's what we're hearing, Ralph. We're hearing your fans.
My fans. I'll be able to turn them off later tonight. It's going to get cool here.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's not disruptive. It's just a little in the background. It's not really disruptive, so it's fine for me. Yeah.
You want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Watch this. I don't show this in my room because I get too many lurkers. Look what I'm doing.
Nice.
Yeah, but look at this. You never did that, did you?
Oh, it's got seeds in it.
Just
make sure you get all them seeds out first, because that'll taste really nasty otherwise. And it will smell, yeah.
I've been doing that for a very long time. But I can't even give this shit away because it got a few seeds in it.
Yeah, yeah.
But here in America, this is what we used to call Colombian.
Yes, yeah. I know what you're saying.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, that's...
I don't know if you can see that, Ralph.
What is Maxima?
Yeah, it's almost 30% THC. Comes from a company
What is
called...
that? What is it? What does it look like? Is it a bud or is it a cream?
Oh, it's a bud. This is the flower.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
They come in,
you can see.
They come in quarter-ounce tuna cans.
You can see the difference.
Yeah.
This is like old school.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit more loose, not so compacted as what Archives is. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I'm sure it does the job nicely.
Does that mean the good stuff is all genetically modified?
No, but them compacted buds from America, they put chemicals in them so that they grow compacted. That's not a natural compaction. So
It's like a lot of sugar.
yes, yes.
Molasses.
Molasses. Yes, yes. You got it.
Wow, didn't know that.
And I
And
just
the other-
like, you know how old these are?
No.
Or they're possibly 35 years old.
What?
No, not the reefer, the strain.
Oh, the seeds.
Oh, right.
So when I was 35 years ago was probably the last time you could get reefer with seeds in it. And I don't know,
Yeah.
for some reason, when I always found a good one, I always saved it, saved the seeds.
Yeah.
Good
And they
stuff.
legalized it here. And I says, well, let me throw these in the ground.
When did you
Because
go
I don't
legal?
like, what?
When did you go legal in Maine?
I think technically like 2018, but it took them 2 years.
Okay. And that's for medical and recreational.
Recreation, yeah. I think we can have like 6 plants or something here in Maine.
In
And it's really,
England- Sorry, Ralph. Carry on, mate.
How many
oh, that's
states,
fine. I'm always on the time.
how many states in the US would you say it's legal now, Ralph?
I think recreational, I think it's like 12 or 15. And then you got, I think 35 that legaled it for medical. And then, you know, the state wants their cut. And it's really sad they got so greedy because these fires in California wiped out crops, miles and miles of reefer farms.
Yep.
And, you know, all the people living in poverty up here, or people like myself, you couldn't have done something more productive than do what you do. Fucking jack-offs. So I can only have a couple of plants, and I'm good. I don't smoke a lot. This is probably the rest of the week. And THC probably around 5%, 6%, somewhere around there.
I never really need to do more than one joint a day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty powerful.
It's fairly powerful, and it kills the pain in really just 3 or 4 puffs.
Psychologically, it helps. You know, I get kind of disappointed here. It's me and Buddy, and you know, I can't do as much as I wanted to with Buddy. I mean, there's really no place I want to take him and go for a walk and shit down the lake maybe once in a while. I really don't. I really don't. I'm not in love with Maine. Let me put it that way, kindly.
Yeah.
But
How long have you been there?
too long. No, 8 years, 9 years, 6 years, something. I don't know. I even lost track when I bought the house. I don't even have a house. What do you call it? Like an anniversary party or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just I don't know what. You know.
And you're from Rhode Island, if I remember?
Yeah, smallest state in the union. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really quite amazing that it is a state, but I imagine there's some pretty big money in that little piece of territory.
There's what?
Some pretty big money in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah, the Vanderbilts,
Oh, is that right? Huh?
the Rothschilds.
Be careful with what.
Yeah, just if you ever want to see how much money, especially old money. What was his name? Carnegie.
Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah, go look up mansions in Newport, Rhode Island. Mansions in Newport, Rhode Island.
I forgot about Newport. Yeah, Newport.
Oh, yeah. And you can go in there. I mean, everything's gold and mahogany and black walnut. Holy shit. I wouldn't want to live like that.
No, I don't think it might be okay for a holiday, but I don't know. I think that I would get that kind of power would get to my head. I think I'd be eating small babies within a year.
Look at this.
Yeah,
look, I've
when
got
you
one-
get bored, right?
Yeah. Wow, what's that?
It's a £1 note.
What year?
Oh, it hasn't got the year on it, but I don't ever remember these being in circulation in my life, and I'm in my mid-40s. And a Gurkha gave it to me yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, £1 note. But yeah, I turned my cam on to show Ralph a couple of things, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So on this
What is
device, my camera. Look, there's a medieval door key, Ralph.
Wow. No shit.
And this is a leg bone off of a sheep, which is about 400 years old. Sorry, I can't really move my head out of the way. You
Wow.
can see it's been engraved and it's been gouged out all along there.
No way, dude.
And that is to core out apples. They'll push this end in an apple and turn it around, and it's an apple corer. And as I say, that's about
Wow.
450 years old, that. And you see it's been worked and it's got crosses on it. Stop telling me what to do, my darling. You can't see what I can see. And yeah, I'll show you a couple more little bits. So my camera's, look, this is another little medieval key. Another one there.
Wow.
I'll show you a couple of
That's
old
impressive.
coins.
Look,
I'll show you.
I've been a lot of time out. I spent a lot of time out west, and you know, you go to museums, and once in a while you see. I don't see bone tools like that. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, I've got flint Mesolithic scrapers, what, about 12,000 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a couple of coins. They're both shillings. They're both silver. Oh, my bloody camera. It's really awkward on this device. But one's Elizabethan and one's Charles I. So one's 15th century and one's 16th century. And look how thin they are.
Wow. That is something
Wow.
else. The one on the one in your right.
That one there. Oh, sorry, my cat is so awkward on this device. You can see
Yeah.
that.
Can you turn your light out? Can you turn the light out over your head?
If I turn my light out, you won't be able to see it.
Oh.
So that's
King Charles I.
that's amazing.
XII, that's 12 in Roman numerals. That's a shilling. 12 pence, yeah?
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's 12 pence in old money.
Very good.
Yeah, I won't show you too much stuff because I don't. It's not all about me, is it?
Yeah,
You
we
what I
don't
mean?
know who's lurking in here.
Yeah.
Well, I
Worry
think we,
about the lurkers.
I think we have an idea of who's lurking.
Oh, I think we know exactly who's lurking. But
You know, but
back in the day in England in medieval times, let's say I went in the pub with my silver penny, and let's say a pint of stout was a quarter of a penny. What they would do is take my penny off of me. They would get their cutters out and they would cut the penny in halves or quarters.
no shit.
Bloody- See, the quarter and a
Look
half
at that.
there, yeah?
Oh,
And
yeah.
they would give me the half and the quarter back, and they would keep the quarter for the pint of stout that I've just bought. So I've got lots of these cut quarters and lots of these cut halves.
Wow.
And this is King John's. What's that? 11th or 12th century?
You're kidding, really?
No. I could go in there and get some Celtic potins out. That's like the first money in England. That's 100 BC.
You could probably
So-
get serious for these coins, right?
Well, them couple there I just showed you, they're probably only worth about 100, 150 quid each, them ones.
That's not bad.
But yeah, I've
What
got
is
some other
the
ones.
quid?
Sorry, okay?
That's not bad.
What's a
150
quid?
A quid,
quid
a
is-
pound,
a pound.
100 pound, 150 pound. Quid is slang word for pound in England.
It's just about
And what's that worth
two
in
American dollars.
American?
I don't know. It used to be about $2 American to £1, but I couldn't tell you now with the inflation rates what it is.
I can look that up.
We left the Taliban $68 billion in cash on June 30th.
So a pound is only $1.38 American now.
Is it? Oh,
Wow.
it's gone down. Oh, yeah.
American dollar is really strong.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah, I think-
$1.70.
I think the euro's quite strong as well, because when that first started, it was like €2 to £1, but it's more like £1 for €1 now, I think. But again, I haven't checked the inflation rates on that for some time.
Yeah, I think the euro, when that came out and Saddam decided to take euros for his gold, for his oil, it was almost $1.60, I think, American.
Yeah.
They didn't like that shit, did they?
Right, let's get these lights turned off.
Well, if you ever get to America, get yourself down to Utah, southern Utah, the Four Corners. There's a lot of exploration there of Mayan. Some very old people there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be visiting North America, to be honest.
Because
When
of
I've
the
been,
jab-
sorry, I can't.
because of the vaccine.
No.
Right on, Harney.
Because of the vaccine, Rum?
No. Well, as I say, it's not against American people. It's more the American government's foreign policies that I don't agree with.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you.
Well, who does?
It's not the American people. It's not the American people.
No.
I have no issues with the American people. It's the policies that the government makes. The same as the policies that my government make, you know. The
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
they're both terrorist states. Canada's the same, Jim.
Yes, yeah.
You know, there is
Yeah.
two difference here, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, right? The U.S. are the murdering tyrants, the government of the U.S., and that
Yes.
flies a flag of admiralty. That's why there's gold fringe around the flags. Then you got the United States of American citizens that are the American people. It's the same if I go to Iran. I bet you could fly me right into Iran tonight, and a half an hour later, I'd be rubbing elbows with people there. They're good people. They don't hate us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine there are some groups in some parts of Iran that would probably have a problem with you, but yeah, for the most part, no. People are people wherever you go. Governments are
Yeah.
tyrants.
Yeah,
And most-
it's not normally the people that are the bad ones. It's normally the governments, isn't it? You know, so we can't judge a people based on how the government treats the rest of the world, can we?
Yeah.
I mean, the other way of looking at that, Ralph, they could drive you into some suburb of Baltimore or Detroit, and you would not be welcome there. You know?
No, I'll tell you where. You go on any Indian reservation, the Pine Ridge, the Rosebud, part of the Navajo reservation. You go in there as white, they're gonna beat your ass. They don't
Yes,
kill you.
yes, my dad and my uncle went in the Navajo reservation, and they didn't seem to like my dad and my uncle very much.
Well,
Yeah.
you got to know how to break the ice with them people. See, I pissed on Custer's grave up in Montana. So I always, when they start getting that distant shit, I said, hey, I pissed on Custer's grave. And then that usually breaks the ice. And Harney, it's very scary to me, Harney's comment there about the amount of gear we left behind. Somebody said today there's 6 A-10 Warhogs left behind. We're hearing all kinds of shit we left behind, and I don't know, 500,000 M16s.
Yeah, but it was similar in World War II when the Americans joined in. They come to England, and they was posted all over England before they went to Europe to fight. And once the war was over, it was cheaper for the Americans to get bulldozers and dig big holes in England and just push all their equipment in the hole and fill it in, rather than fly it back home. It was cheaper just to leave it here. So I guess that's might be the same now. I don't know. Sort of logistics.
Yeah. Right, I think that excuse me. The difference is when we left England, we didn't have an occupying enemy that we lost. And here we left whoever they are, the Taliban, the Mujahideen, whatever they are, a whole shitload of ammos, rifles, aircraft, rockets, drones, whole bunch of shit Ralph would love to play with.
Yeah. Don't get wound up by this comment, but they're only your enemy because America invaded them.
The what?
They're only, not you personally, again, so don't you get upset with my comment, but they're only...
No, I'm not. I'm easy going, dude. I'm easy going.
Like, let's say Afghanistan, for instance, they're only your enemy because you've attacked them, not you personally, of course.
Oh, I know that. I know that. What are you kidding me? We had no business going in there. George Bush Sr. needed more heroin out of the deal, and he got it.
Oh, thank you very much for saying that. Right, so
don't even get me going on Israel, please. Don't even get me going.
I don't want to talk about Israel really, but I think you know where I stand on that, because America is giving Israel $650 billion worth of weapons to kill Palestinians with, you know, and that's all I'm going to say on that subject.
Well, you know, I used to do that shit. I used to shoot them artillery in practice. Never shot them at anybody. I shot 155. I shot HE. I shot white phosphorus, loom rounds, all the shit they're killing children with. And I'm appalled that we'd even lead these. I say put a nuke over the fucking place and turn it to glass. Fuck them religion people. They're crazy.
Well, I think if no one's harming you, you shouldn't harm them. Live and let live, you know?
We're bombing Syria, Yemen right now. We're bombing a whole bunch of countries right now. You just don't know much about it, I guess.
Sure. Well, I'd like to see an end to all wars and, you know, violence and land grabs and oil grabs and heroin grabs, you know, all this theft on large scale. But, you know, England is guilty of this years ago. England invaded half the bloody world, didn't they, you know?
Yeah.
Well, then they invade an African country for nutmeg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what African. It was at like 200-300 years ago. I think they went down and just slaughtered these people for nutmeg.
Yeah, well, my family lived in the Highlands of Scotland. My ancestry is Scottish, and we lived on our own land in the Highlands of Scotland. And the English decided that they wanted to raise sheep on that land, so they come and forcefully removed all my ancestors from their own land, so the English could raise sheep.
Right.
You know,
Are you
Well-
sure that was Africa? I'm seeing.
No, I'm not sure. And I'm not sure it was England or India. One of them went in, they started a war over nutmeg.
Yeah, it says
Or
here
might
it
have been-
was. Actually, I don't know where are the Spice Islands then?
oh, spice.
They
Oh, yeah.
Caribbean, I think.
That's
That's
what
what
I
I
thought.
Yeah. So it
Well,
says here, the invasion of the Spice Islands was a military invasion by British forces that took place between February and August 1810 on and around the Dutch-owned Maluku Islands, or Moluccas, also known as the Spice Islands in the Dutch East Indies. So
The
maybe
dusty Dutch. What brutal people.
Yeah,
know.
you're not wrong.
My
And I guess
dog gotta come in.
it was the United Kingdom and the East India Company that were fighting France.
Yeah, well, East India Company was owned by a few rich English people, wasn't it?
Yep. But where are the East Indias and the Moluccas? Are they in the
No idea.
Caribbean?
Give it a search and see. I'll be back in a minute anyway.
Give it a search. That's a good idea. It's not
Yeah,
in
I don't
the-
know what made us. I don't know what's made us grow up as a person, and everything's got to take everyone else's shit. You know what I mean?
It's in Indonesia. Indonesia.
What about Indonesia? It's in Indonesia.
That's where the Spice Islands are, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really think they were down in the Caribbean, but I don't know that area too much.
No, I stand corrected. It definitely is Indonesia, yeah. The Maluku Island, or Moluccas Islands. That's where my doctor's from. Or one of my doctors.
Well, we were talking about doctors earlier tonight. Somebody like she had what she thinks was a heart attack, and she wouldn't even go into the hospital.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because the jab bullshit,
Yeah, that's one reason. Yeah.
you know.
It's actually not a bad reason.
And then what are they going to do? Yeah, we're going to run some tests. Oh, your liver's got to be removed, your heart's got to be removed, and your lungs got to be removed. We'll schedule an operation. You know, fucking butchers, man.
Yeah. In some way, you're better off just going palliative care.
Well, I try to do holistic the best I can. I'm not going to go to them pigs again. Up here, there was just a real bad experience.
Well, I don't know. I have a feeling if I face some sort of terminal, fairly long and drawn out death, I'd probably be drinking myself to death first. Just a feeling, though.
Well, you know, the one thing, I went overboard some years ago, and that pulled me out. I think I was 87 degrees. And I was already there, man. I was already there. That's all I got to say. I was already there. And that wasn't too bad. It was painful for probably under 30 seconds, and then everything numbed out.
Oh, and we were talking about mushroom gummy bears on your show?
Yeah, I think that's really going to be a killer to the big pharma.
Just like marijuana is, yeah.
I agree with you.
So I went online, Ralph, and I can get them in my city. It comes through the mail.
Are you going to do it?
They even have LSD, and they've
Good.
got dimethyltryptamine, DMT, the stuff that you find in ayahuasca.
What's ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca is a vegetable or something that grows from a tree in the Amazon. And it contains high doses of DMT. And DMT is thought to be one of the most powerful hallucinogens on Earth.
It's not so cheap. So cheap, like your new car, your cell phone. I'm talking with Harney's comment there. It's just amazing how we throw shit away.
Harney, thanks for coming out, mate. Have a good sleep.
So your country opened it up to even LSD. That's good. I think you're going to find a lot less mental health issues up there. My theory.
Is Harney going? Good night, Harney, if you're going, mate.
Good night, Harney. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I think it's too bad Harney couldn't come up tonight. I think you guys would. Well, I already know we hit it off. I think you'd like him.
Yeah, Harney's
Yeah, you know, Harney, the Catholic priest told you, if you rub one out too much, you'll go blind. LOL.
So Weird Creature is here. Her name is Dawn. She's a sweetheart. She's part of our group, Discord and otherwise.
How you doing, Dawn? Yeah, but some of them can't type in caps because their machine don't lock the keycaps. So
yes,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, I have that problem.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Have you noticed?
They're going slow anyway.
There's a lot of Dawns on YouTube, I've noticed.
There's a lot of what?
Dawns.
Oh, Morocco.
Yeah, there are a lot of Dawns.
That's the Moroccan flag. That looks like a satanic symbol. That looks like a satanic symbol. That's the Moroccan flag. Blimey, you've just really insulted that Moroccan bloke.
No, he's fine about it. He said, no, it's the flag of my country, a green star on a red background.
Oh, fair enough.
What are they talking about my flag for? They all should be flying that way.
No, my missus is just talking to some Moroccan bloke, and there's a picture of him with a pillow, a red pillow with a green like star. No. And my missus said, "Are you into like satanic stuff?" And he said, "No, this is the Moroccan flag."
There you go.
Well, the American flag has 50 stars, and sometimes they're upside down, which is the true sign of Satanism, the upside down pentagram.
Yeah, but this is upside down.
It's a sign of, in what I was taught, of distress. I don't play with no religious bullshit. If that's what it is, and I believe you because you're smart about it, but where I come from, my flag went upside down when Pompeo told Donald Trump that that he was going to suspend the Constitution, and Trump said something like he was mumbling on stage. I said, "That's it, we're done."
Yeah.
So,
well, did you notice that Donald Trump, when he came out to announce emergency medical lockdown for the country, that the flag of the seal of the president and the seal of the president that
It
goes
was
on the,
missing.
they were gone. Yeah. So just the
They were
American.
missing. High five to you, dude.
So that means that the U.S. was essentially under FEMA control,
Right,
is kind of-
exactly.
kind of like martial law, just not
Yeah.
quite blown.
Well, it can be anything they want. They're in control, aren't they?
Sure they are. Sure they are.
On eBay, remember back in the plague days in England when they wore them big long masks that come out like a bird's beak, and it was full of spices and herbs, and they thought that it would draw out the disease and the plague, and they would breathe in fresh air. Now on eBay they sell a modern version of those for £10. They're called Dr. Plague masks, and I thought wouldn't that be funny to wear one of them in the supermarket?
They,
Can you bring that up?
what's it
Can you
called?
share that?
I can do that. What's it called, Rum?
Doctor, DR, then plague, then masks. Dr. Plague masks on eBay. There's loads of them.
Well, that was made popular by that.
I'll be right back.
The Tom Cruise movie, wasn't it?
I can't watch Tom Cruise movies. He makes
Yeah.
me sick.
I don't watch movies at all, but
Yeah. We call him Tom Mini Cruise because he's so small.
yeah, he's 5'3", I think. Like,
Yeah.
like a Brummy, I know.
Like a Brummy with a chip on his shoulder. Yeah. A tiny little half man.
So here's the images for.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah, they're like a modern take on the old plague masks.
You know, I am really tempted just to get one and go to my grocery store.
So am I. I'm very tempted to get one. Because if they say you got to wear a mask, they don't say what sort of mask you got to wear. So
No,
if I have to wear a mask, I'd like to get one of them out my rucksack and put that on my face. Do you know what I mean? That'd be a really good piss take, wouldn't it, Okay?
Do they come with the hats, or is the hat sold separately?
Separately.
That is.
Okay.
You could,
I think this is going far enough. Is this for real?
that's for real, yeah. What was
Yes,
the name?
for real.
What's the name of this? The Stanley Kubrick movie with Tom Cruise, where they were Luciferians in the elite, and they had all these rituals. I think that mask was repopulated. They were wearing those masks in that movie, and you see some of these
In that movie?
and you see some of these satanic rituals as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that fits in the movies very well, a mask like that, doesn't it? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
I'd
one. Go
like
to the
one.
grocery store.
Yeah.
I had a film
That
crew.
That one at the bottom left is the one I would like.
Yeah, big old one. Well, sir, what are you wearing? It's a Dr. Plague mask, ma'am. You can't come in our store here. You're not from around here.
That mask is not covering your nose, sir.
I had one guy chasing me in Walmart. It's not on here. It's not on right. Your mask is not on right, sir.
You're wearing the mask, Ron.
Ron, I'm going to take a cigarette break. I got to show you this mask because
Sure.
I know you guys didn't see this one. I think I got one in the car. You got to see this thing. So I put it on sideways. It looks like I got my girlfriend's pantyhose on my face.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's chasing me around the store telling me, you're not wearing it right.
Eyes wide shut. Thank you, Dawn, in the chat. And Dawn says she's got one of those masks.
Wow.
I'd really like to meet Dawn now.
I'd like
You
to
might
meet
be-
Dawn as well.
You might want to check out an M17 gas mask U.S. Army.
Oh yes, I
think
know.
I think it'd be much more comfortable than that thing. That's just too freaky to me.
Yeah, but these ones are just a joke, really, aren't they?
No, I'm asking you, are they real or are they a joke?
Oh, that's real.
They're real masks, but they're for fancy dress. Back in the days when we had the plague in England, they did wear masks like that, but these are a modern take on that, more for fancy dress.
So what I was asking you, do you fill this up with nutmeg and all kinds of shit?
Back in the day they did, but I mean these modern
but not
ones,
these. Okay. No, I want the one you're gonna put all the crap in it.
Yeah,
now you said
yeah. Sorry, I
there
can't.
Because we'll
sorry.
be
Well, you mentioned nutmeg twice now. There must be something very special about nutmeg.
No, I think that was one of the sort of ingredients they put in it: saffron and nutmeg. And,
saffron. I think sage and rosemary and all that shit.
Yeah,
So they stuff it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so does that where the Simon and Garfunkel song go? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
I don't know. That's a good question. Go look that one up. Hey, hey, you see what? You know what? When I went to school to learn to use this thing, you know what the guy says to us?
It'll change
He
your
says-
life.
No, he says, "What do you think is the most dangerous? Your mouth, your nose." Left the eyes out, we all raise a hand. Oh, your mouth or your nose, breathing in biological. He says, "No, your eyes." And every one of these fucking doctors know a fucking virus can be transmitted a whole lot easier through the eyes than through the fucking nose.
Yes, that's true. They know that.
Well, I learned that in school. See, I learned something. Whether it's going to come in handy or not, I'd change people's mind about your mask. But I think it's coming back.
Because the mouth and the nose have quite a lot of antimicrobial protection built in. The eye is very weak. I mean, as a pharmacist, I used to see eye infections like every day. You know, it's just people get eye infections real quick.
So the reality of the situation is we should really be wearing goggles and not masks then.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah, because the
goggles,
M95.
For swimming.
Well,
The
actually,
M9
go ahead, Ralph.
Go ahead. Well, the M95 was explained to me like trying to catch a cup of water in a house screen. So if you go to micron level, a virus would be so small, it's just like pouring water through a screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only a physical barrier like plastic or glass is going to prevent it. But the thing is, the COVID virus is so weak and hardly bothers anybody that you don't need protection at all. But the masks do not. The masks don't work. Period.
No, I think this is all chemtrail related. I think a lot of the upper respiratory is all chemtrail related. Mike Morales believes it too.
Yeah, and so does Dane Wigington.
Yeah, I do. I believe. My dog starts wheezing. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, it ain't hot out. You know, it ain't hot out. And the air just freaking stinks here. And it ain't the fucking people driving up and down the road. It stinks from fucking chemtrail.
Yeah.
It's almost like a metallic smell.
I don't have a good enough sense of smell to pick up on that kind of thing, but I know that after some rainstorms, it smells pretty putrid around here.
It does, don't it? Yeah, it's washing that shit right out of the sky. And they still want to call it condensation water vapor. Nah, I ain't just water vapor, motherfucker. They're killing us. All right, I'm going to go have a cigarette, and then I'm going to go get that mask. I want to show you guys. You mind?
Cheers. So, Rum, it's what, about 1 in the morning there now?
Yeah, just past 1, mate. Yes, yeah.
That's not too bad. I was a little Sorry about keeping you up so late last night, but I guess you have your own.
You're not forcing me to stay up. When I want to go, I go, you know. I won't be having a late one tonight, though, that's for sure.
Oh, neither am I. I'm going to call this in about 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
I just needed it for a change of pace and to not drink today, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, no, I'm proud of you as well, my friend. I'm proud of you as well. And I read your comments on that stream earlier, and I've got to commend you on your comments, okay? They were very truthful and honest, you know?
I thought I was getting to the point and I wasn't playing their game.
No, you wasn't.
Rich and Steve are just a joke, man, when they get on panel now. It's hard to watch. It's just like watching Overkill and his right-hand man.
It is, yes.
And they don't see it. They think they're righteous. They think they're super. Rich is a warrior. But they're really just a couple of eggheads on high.
Yes, they are, yeah. A couple of narcissists.
They are narcissists. There's no doubt about that.
No, absolutely no doubt in my mind whatsoever.
Anybody that talks about themselves that much with that kind of conviction
Yes.
is a narcissist. Well, I don't see Bright. I don't see anybody else coming back.
No, I don't see anyone tonight.
And what else? There's only 5 people watching, so maybe there's another live stream going on right now.
Not that I know of. But it's quite late in England, so...
True. But it is Friday.
No, there's that element to it as well, yeah.
Let's see who else is live. Hamilton Homegrown. I recommended his channel the other day. He's really funny. And Motor from New Zealand is a regular there. But it's mostly for people who grow cannabis. There's giveaways. There's, recommendations for growing.
Yeah.
He has a good group of guests, and they talk about everything. And sometimes it's really funny.
Yeah. I know there's quite a few channels, grow channels and cannabis channels. I'm not really into all that, to be honest.
Oh, I thought you did grow some, no?
Sorry?
I thought you did grow some of your own.
Oh no, it's illegal in England. I stay well away from all illegal things. So
Okay.
I'm very much a law-abiding citizen in every sense of the word.
Well, we probably won't see you on Joe Public's channel, UK.
Well, I'm banned from there.
Oh yeah, you are now, eh?
No,
Oh,
I
no,
was banned. I went along there tonight and said, "Hi, Joe," and my comment didn't show, so I was already banned.
Oh, you know what for?
No. Because I was speaking to him yesterday on another stream that we was both moderators on, and then I went there tonight and said, "Hi, Joe," and I was banned.
That's weird. Local, I think, might have been banned.
He is, yes. Well, basically, for the last week or two, Joe Public, it seems, this is my view, of course, that Joe Public is basically just doing streams so he can go through his chat banning people. He seems so bitter that what this plod and serial killer did to him, that he's going around like attacking everyone for it now. It seems very bitter.
You think he's
Well,
throwing
He is. He's a bit of a childish prick, if I'm honest.
Hey, you know what's really funny about
What's
this? And this ain't the one I wanted to show you. I'm all out of them. The Walmart one. I wish I had one to show you. You'd laugh your ass off. Anyway, the person that's telling me to put the mask on, it was much brighter then, the writing was much brighter. They couldn't read hoax. I think I spelled it right?
Oh, it's spelled right.
and it's got, yeah, it was nice and bright. This has been all over the car floor. But this is another little trick. Let me show you this. You open them up with a razor blade, and communists can't see.
Yes, yeah.
You see? I just slit them. See, on the front, you can't tell it's slit.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Yeah, cool.
stinks.
Yeah, on,
You know, if
on
I
the
got
few,
in the go ahead.
sorry, on the few occasions that I wore a mask to a supermarket last year when everyone was wearing one, I got a needle and I stabbed my mask probably 150 times. It was covered in holes. And that way I could
But
breathe.
why do
properly.
that? They sell a mask with screen, with nylon screen, and it complies to their satanic bullshit. That's
Well,
true.
that was just the masks that I had at hand, and I had a needle, and I couldn't breathe in the
Yeah,
mask, so it was a bit of a DIY job, you know.
So this, if is there any ladies in the room?
No.
I think Dawn's here still.
Well, if I went to the special place and it smelled like this, I'd be saying, excuse me, I must go tend the coal stove or something. You know what I mean? I'd be out of there.
My mask, I hardly ever wear it, and yet it's filthy on the inside. Like the things are just bacterial and fungal breeding centers.
Look at the dog fur on there. Can you see the dog fur? I step on this. That's how it wore out. It's on the floor. Yeah, the whole thing is like a bad. I couldn't even call it a bad acid trip because it's reality. But I think one of the most mind-blowing stories of this whole deal was Bud took a dump and the grass was thick, and I hit it with a weed whacker, and from my crotch down was covered in shit. And if I put this mask on, and not to be gross, if I put this mask on, I could have walked into that grocery store and nobody say a fucking thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I got this on.
As long as you got some piece of shit over your mouth and nose, they're okay for some reason.
That's it, because it's a satanic. I think this whole thing, we'll find out someday that this whole scam was to fine-tune AI. That's what I think it was. I think if they could cut the nose and mouth off and ID you, where you walk, your shape, and everything, then they don't. Then wearing a mask in the future, if you're trying to be an American and you need to wear a mask, cover your ID, they can find out who you are.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely that. Yeah.
Total control. And I don't think my government should have that power over me.
No, they
You know what I
shouldn't.
mean?
Yeah.
The other sad aspect to all of this is that the elite, the people that wear those cone bird masks, they're just laughing at us. You know they are.
I'm that M17 right there. That's I had to learn that thing. Right? I had to go in a gas chamber full of CS gas. They weren't burning pepper spray. It was real CS gas. And we had to take the mask off and say our name, rank, and serial birthday, I think it was. And then you had to put the mask back on, and you had to be able to clear it after saying all that.
Wow.
So I learned a little bit about this shit. I'm not an expert, but I think what I learned about viruses, this thing's been a big fucking Fauci fuck up. Big time.
What is CS? Carbon sulfide?
Oh, can you look that up? It's against the Geneva Convention to use it. I can't. If we go to war with you, I can't call for CS artillery rounds if there's civilians. Actually, I don't think I can use it at all. I don't think you can use it at all. It's a chemical. So is in white phosphorus, what they did to the Palestinians.
Yeah, but they still use that on the Palestinians, even though it's banned under international law.
Yep. And I had to learn that, dude. Hey, can you see the wall from here? See that thing right there? That thing right there. I had to learn them laws for my job. If I shot an artillery round and hit a bunch of kids in a schoolyard, I'd be going hanging. They hang us. Seriously. They didn't. That was one of the first things we learned about that MOS.
Well,
The Hague and the Geneva Convention, all that shit. Yeah, I couldn't use Willie Pete on you, and I can't use CS.
well, it says the CS is 2-chlorobenzylmalonitrile. So I
Thank
don't know
you.
where they get the CS, but they say that it's used in riot control operations.
All right, go to Geneva Conventions or the Hague or one of them. Just type in, is CS gas legal to use? I think it'll go to the Hague or something.
It was developed in Portondown in Wiltshire, UK.
Yep,
in the
in
50s.
England. Yep.
For real.
Yeah, I've been CS gassed before about 20 odd years ago, and it really was not pleasant experience.
No, snot's coming out of your eyeballs. Like, if you're like, whoa,
Yep.
this shit ain't
Yep,
no messing around.
Yep. As soon as I got it sprayed in my face, I stood still for about 15 minutes with my eyes closed. My eyes were burning, my mouth was burning, my nose was burning, my throat was burning, my eyes were streaming with water. I couldn't open my eyes for 10 to 15 minutes. Literally, I just stood on the spot for about 15 minutes, blinded by it. It was.
Yeah, they sprayed this shit on Indians, right? They take a pumper truck, like a fire truck, load it up with CS, and then they spray it at people at 10 below 0 Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
They're doing that to
inhumane.
Indians a couple of years ago. Most horrible thing you ever seen, ever happened in this country.
Yeah, it's inhumane, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's fucking inhumane, I'll tell you that much. So I don't know if you found the treaty, what treaty it was, but if you just type in, is CS gas legal? It might bring up one of the, I forgot.
yeah.
I forgot all that shit.
Because
But I
they're
know
saying-
one thing. Go
they're
ahead.
saying they're saying it's still used today in crowd control in Great Britain, but in rare cases. Rare cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't supposed to be using that at all. There's an agreement, a Hague. I don't know if it's a Hague or, like I said, the other two, but it's under there. Geneva Convention, maybe. CS gas, Geneva Convention, or something like that. Is it legal to use?
Well, here's what it says for the United States. It says CS is used by many police forces within the United States. It was used by the FBI in the 1993 Waco siege, and by riot police in Pittsburgh at the September 2009 G20 summit.
Yeah.
So it's still being used, they say.
I guess CS gas must be flammable then.
Oh yeah, yeah. You picked right up on that, didn't you? The fucking tank going in the wall.
I picked up on that straight away. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's fucking PSD. If you watch how you got PSD, fucking pigs. That really bothered me. It still does. And this fucking clown, you know, this clown that Biden wants to put as fucking ATF leader. That's one of them niggas that should have been hung fucking 30 years ago. And that's the truth.
It's the
He's
same
one
old,
of
the same old people over and over again.
Yeah, he's going to put him right into the ATF if he gets his way. I hope the Democrats really look and see that man's fucking record. He's a communist.
They're all
burn children to death in Waco. Never got penalized for nothing. They all got promoted.
But they're all NWO, in my opinion. Though.
Yep, that's it. I don't like that shit in this country. You're going to drain the swamp. You got a lot of draining to do, sir.
Yeah.
No time to be putting a pipeline up the Sioux Nation ass. I hope that fucking guy never shows up again.
So, Ralph, now that I've got a chance to talk to you, what do you think you're going to have another lockdown in your country?
No, I think it's going to go Corona Bona pass. I think.
Yeah.
I've been,
You think maybe another lockdown might make people more likely to accept the pass?
no, because I think a lot of them are, you know, if you run a business like a pizza shop or something, you can't believe what kind of stress them people are under. I mean, things never got better in their life. They're doing fucking 18 times more work than they did 20 years ago. And I just don't think that they are going to want to jerk around. Like if Cisco says, oh, I can't sell you dough unless you get the Corona Bona passport. Well, what are they going to do? Shut their shit up and make a stand when the rest of the country ain't doing a fucking thing? Rest of the world is, though. And I hope you come to my live stream with that live broadcast if you're going to go show the protest. I'll play that on my live stream.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can do that tomorrow. Starts around 7 or 8 o'clock our time. I doubt if I'll be up that early, but I'll be sharing it on mine, and I can pop it over to yours as well.
Okay. What time? Sorry. What time does Ralph go live in English time?
In English time, it's 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. he starts.
Oh, great. That's good time.
Yeah, you can sleep in.
Yeah.
But it's too early for me because Ralph's an old man, so he doesn't understand the importance of sleep anymore.
Huh.
So no, I don't think something been going on. We just ain't sleeping. I think it's been the weather. We'll see what happens tonight.
Do you normally sleep in, or is 8 o'clock a normal time for you to get up?
No, if I don't show up there at 8 o'clock, either I'm dead or I'm sleeping. And so I wouldn't, you know, I donate. I do quite a bit. Yeah. So if I'm late, I'm late. I mean, I don't need to say a sorry to anybody, you know, I guess.
And typically your streams go 4 to 7 hours, I would say.
Yeah, that depends. Winter, rain in here. God damn it. I got to hold on to some kind of hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll run a 7-hour stream, but I'll be doing other things. I'll be, you know, whatever, doing dishes or something.
You're in a fairly isolated part of Maine?
No, I wouldn't call this isolated. This is city. I would call this almost getting city.
Okay. All right.
You know.
So
what are the... Go ahead.
Sorry.
No problem.
Sorry, I was just like Ralph said about an English television program earlier, and I'd like to tell him a name of another English comedy series. It's called Some Mothers Do Have Them, or Some Mothers Do Have Them. And it is probably...
I think I've seen that. Is that a family?
Yes. Frank Spencer.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, for me, it's just so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, the Dilbury. What's her name? The vicar of Dilbury?
Vicar of Dibley, yeah.
Yeah, Dibley, yeah. They were good. John Cleese was at Faulty Tower. That was friggin' hilarious.
Yeah,
I grew up Faulty Towers, yeah.
They got busted, I think. They got busted on YouTube because they were racial slurs. I think they pulled their channel.
No kidding.
Yeah, it might have been Facebook, but I heard that on the BBC. They're bad people, them peoples that talk like that. Them bad people. Shut them up.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of the English comedians used to tell jokes that were a bit close to the line, you know, a bit racist and a bit, you know, and all of these comedians have just fizzled out and not got any more jobs or contracts and just fizzled out into the ether, I guess, you know.
Well, John Cleese is in a new one. I don't know the name of that one. That comes on Saturday night.
He's got to be in his late 70s, I would say, don't you?
I think he's in his 80s. Hey, speaking of which, the drummer for Rolling Stone shit the bed the other day.
Shit the bed?
Yeah, what's his name? I can't. I'm having a.
Charlie Watts?
No. Yeah, Charlie Watts. Yeah, I heard he shit the bed the other day. Good. Get out of here. Roger Waterby next. He's been doing a lot of good work.
So shit the bed is American for died?
Yeah, he passed away. Was he knighted? I think he was knighted. I know Mick Jagger was knighted. I think that, I don't know if they were all knighted. You guys should write, you should do a campaign from Canada and England to have the Queen knight Radical Ralph. Maybe I'll get a few more viewers.
Well, you're American, Ralph. See, I'm very much up for paying for the Queen to come to America because we honestly don't want her in England. She's a parasite. She is the biggest recipient of benefits in the UK. She receives £38.1 million of benefit out of taxpayers' money every year. Even though she's one of the biggest landowners in England, she is an absolute parasite of a person.
Yeah.
Well, you got to pay for that. You got to pay for that metal polish somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, metal polish. Holy shit. I watched some of you shit in them castles. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you people there getting anything out of this? Do you get to use this shit or what? They showing on PBS in the castles.
Yeah, no, it's all wrong. It's all wrong, really.
Guess a tent would be a little tough. Don't mention the war. All right, I won't mention the war.
The war. What war?
Well, I'll mention the war. Let me mention the war then. When World War II broke out, the King of England was in Germany socialising with his friend called Hitler.
Yeah, it's true.
And one more in there that he was in Israel. He was part of the Jewish cabal. Rothschild. I think Rothschild was at that too.
Well, Biden is a Zionist. Trump is a Zionist. Boris Johnson, the leader of England, he's a Zionist. He was in a kibbutz in Israel.
Who was that? Sorry, Ron?
Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of England. He was in a kibbutz in Israel. He's a Zionist as well.
Is he Jewish though?
Yes, of course he is.
They get all very Jewish Hawkeye.
I didn't know.
Almost all the senators are a lot of them are dual citizens with Israel.
Sure. Like look at guys like Joe Leibovitz. And do you remember?
I gotta go have a cigarette. I need a break after that name. Child burning pedophile motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go and have a cigarette, mate.
And there was I take it Ralph doesn't smoke inside his house.
It doesn't seem so.
And there was an American congresswoman, a beautiful big black woman. I can't think of the name right now, but she said that when she was sworn in to take her seat in Congress, they had to pledge an oath of loyalty to Israel.
Yes. Yeah, we see in England there's a group called the Friends of Israel, and they hold a meeting in a well-off hotel in London each year, and almost every member of the Conservative Party goes along to it.
Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
Yeah.
Not just the front benchers, the back benchers, the peers, the minor ones, the lot of them. If you want to gain anything in English politics, you have to lick Israel's arse.
And Don in the chat just put in Cynthia McKinney. Thank you, dear. That's the name, Cynthia McKinney. And she, if you ever get a chance to look at some of her interviews, really quite spectacular. Like a 9/11 truth through the whole thing. I think she's anti-GMOs, anti-5G, probably even anti-vaccines. They're all eugenicists. They grow up in the rich families and they're taught that they're the only rightful inheritors of planet Earth, and
Yep.
they've got to get rid of the rest of us some way without us exactly knowing it.
Yeah. I've got an idea for them. Maybe they should create some really weak virus and then inject us all with something that makes us all infertile. That would be a really good plan, wouldn't it? Huh? You know what, Ken? I'm surprised they haven't thought of that one yet.
Me neither, but you know what? That's because we're smarter than they are. Oh boy, are we ever smart, man. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I saw a really interesting show. It's called Jeranism, and he has some great talks, some great guests on it. It's really funny sometimes. And I know that Tony doesn't like him, but he did, him and his partners, there were two other guys, pretended that they were all mask-loving vaccine aficionados, and they couldn't wait to get their vaccine. And they went on like that for about a half an hour, and then they opened up the phones to anybody who wanted to talk. And they were actually getting people on there who were saying things like, well, I got 2 of the Pfizer vaccines and 1 of the Johnson & Johnson, and I would have been dead if it wasn't for the vaccine because I've got asthma. And
Right,
that's,
here you go. Sorry, Ken. Can I talk yet?
sure, yep, go.
Right, you've just reminded me of something. My girlfriend, she's got a Russian friend in her 30s, this Russian girl is. And she told my girlfriend yesterday that all of her friends have had the Russian vaccine, I guess the Sputnik one,
Yeah.
and every single one of them have had adverse effects.
Yeah.
Some of them are still ill from the vaccine now. And some got COVID, she's just told me, after having the vaccine.
Yep.
Can you remember any of the symptoms they had, babe?
Yep. It's phenomenal what is going on when you see the truth compared to
Yep.
what the media pumps out.
Yeah.
It's well, for me, it's frightening.
Yeah. I mean, because everyone I speak to that knows people that have been vaccinated, almost half of them and more have had adverse effects. Like I've said to you before, Ken or Kyle, my sister's a bit poorly, so the doctors talked her into having the vaccine, and she had quite serious side effects.
Yeah, I've never been so disappointed in medicine in all of my life, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I've lost all faith in it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I've lost all faith in the doctors. I thought they was here for our welfare and well-being, not injecting us with untested drugs that might. I mean, you look back. What was it? 1979, the swine flu fever. They brought out a vaccine, and 29 people died of it. And because 29 people died of it, they took the vaccine off of the market. But this time around,
Exactly.
what can we? It's more than 29. It's probably closer to 29,000 than it is 29, isn't it?
Well, I think Ralph had a former executive from Pfizer on who said there's over 200,000 deaths now worldwide from the vaccine.
My God.
Yeah, you want that video?
Yeah, sure. If you've got it handy, I'll throw it in my chat room. Sure.
God, I feel
we
like
don't have
saying
to
a few
watch.
swear words. Poor.
Watch
What's
it.
that?
There's stuff to watch later. Just Google it. Anybody out there that's interested. But I was going to say something to Dawn. Geez, I forgot now what I was going to say. Carry on.
Yeah, I try to watch. Sorry
you're cutting
about
out,
that.
Ralph.
I just you mentioned.
You're cutting out, Ralph.
Oh, we can't do two things. All right.
Oh, geez, I had something I
All right,
wanted to
is that
say.
any
to
better?
Dawn. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do it this way. This solar tsunami coming in CME. Did you see this?
No.
This is something maybe it might be a little interesting. Yeah, this is from Space Weather. Let's see what. You know what you were talking about, that stuff, not happy with the butchers, right? You know, my platform reaches out into ham radio, and I say, hey, I listen to a lot of ham radio each week, and I'll tell you something. These old timers are just like, they don't want nothing to do with their doctors no more. They just dropping right out of it. There's so many people that are so disgusted with the medical field right now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's Space Weather.
Sorry.
I'll just give you a little
That's
bit of
Space
insight. I used to work as a pharmacist. So like I was trained, I went to the University of Toronto. My roommates, my friends, my girlfriends were almost all medical students. And then from 1984 till 2013, I pretty much only dated doctors. So I've slept with more doctors than most people see in a lifetime.
Damn. I never had a doctor.
You know what this COVID thing has taught me, and it's not that I disliked any of these people. I didn't. I all love them. But doctors and pharmacists are trained in a system. And it's not a system that really encourages you to think for yourself. You're worn down with incredible amounts of work, studying, practicals. You know, you're burning the midnight oil for exams. And they just pound data into you, data, so that you automatically, reflexively just jump. It's like somebody shows up with this, that, and that. Well, obviously, you use bromocriptine or hydrochlorothiazide or whatever it is that's been trained and drilled into your head. But the other thing, because doctors and pharmacists, they grow up from, public school being told they're the smartest kid in the class, and oh, you're so smart, and you must be smart. That they tend to believe it after a while, and they get very arrogant. So, it's easier to sleep with the doctor than get a face-to-face appointment these days. Don Rice. I don't know. I've been trying. I'm not having any luck with my doctor. No, my doctor told me when I said COVID was we were being lied to so badly about COVID. The only conclusion is that there's an agenda. She got all flustered and said, well, we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you read your chat there, Hawkeye? That's pretty cool. Right on, Dawn.
Yeah, right on, Dawn.
Here's,
Dawn should come over to your chat tomorrow because we need more Dawns in your chat.
Yeah, I only got 3 Dawns. Then I'll be ding, dong, ding. Hey, this one here is that's an ex-Pfizer worker, engineer, doctor, who said this whole thing was bullshit, this FDA approval. I can go back and get the other doctor, if you want that one too. But that one's pretty good.
I have to go to my pharmacy tomorrow, and I'm going to ask the pharmacist there if they could let me open up one of the packages so I can read the package insert.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I'm going to try that tomorrow.
You know the guy?
There's one that I know really well, but I haven't seen her for a while, so I don't know if she's still there, but I'm sure one of the pharmacy technicians, one of the technicians.
Bring your camera.
Yeah.
Bring your camera and do a video.
Yes.
You want to see that one?
Yes.
That one's short if you want to play that one, but there ain't no one here watching.
Oh, we can play that.
All right, let me go get that one. That was pretty good. And you know, that young lady looks so honest and so straightforward. How anybody, I think she was straight up.
Actually, I'll save you the effort. I'll save you the effort. I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a pharmacist taking up a sealed package of one of the COVID-19 vaccines. I think it was the Pfizer one. And she unrolled a product insert. And these product inserts are huge. They've got everything from the chemical formula to every side effect they want to admit to is in that package insert. And this thing was empty. There was no writing on it at all.
I got to correct you.
Okay,
I got to correct you.
sure.
You did a good job, but I got to correct you. Yes, there were instructions on how to unfold the paper. There was. Here it is. Oh, here you go. Play this off. You want me to play it from my side?
Sure.
It's only a minute. It's only a minute long.
You know what? I'll do it right now. I've got it. Don't worry about it. Here we go.
Do you want it?
I've got it already.
Oh, all right. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, this lady's straight up forward, and I think that's a really good idea. You know, if I had more friends up here like that, you know, at the pharmacist, I say, hey, can you open a box of the Corona bonus shit? I want the insert.
This is the one from today. I haven't seen this one actually. I saw another one you played a day or two ago.
Oh, that's the first one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
really good. That one's really, really good. So the one I posted was second to this one. This one's telling you about the graphene oxide.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't need to tell you that the biggest story of the day is this FDA approval of the Pfizer jab, falsely been referred to as a vaccine for I don't know how many months, continuing to promote death and tragedy in American families across the nation. Dr. Jane Ruby is joining us now on this FDA approval. This is unprecedented.
Stu, this is a day that will live in infamy, I swear. This is what I've been waiting for all these months. What I'm holding in my hand here is what we call the prescriber's information or the package insert. And I've explained that document many times on your show. This document is supposed to contain all the key details from the study, the pharmacokinetics, how the drug behaves, where it goes, how the body eliminates it, all the safety data. This document is so paltry. I have to tell you, in my estimation, the FDA itself has violated its own federal regs. And in that situation, to me, this is an illegal approval and the FDA is committing crimes. Let me explain why I say that. First of all, they approved this as a prevention. They literally say, quote, to prevent COVID-19 for 16 years and above. They go on to say that they are seeking approval for a third shot and further approval, as you know, for 12 to 15 years old. They leave a lot of information out. There's a lot of data missing. The animal studies, the preclinical, as we suspected, were probably not done or not disclosed. Those are required to be in the package insert. None of that shows up here. And the only contraindication, you have to wrap your heads around this. The only contraindication, which is listed on a package insert, those are all the people or the conditions under which you should never give this medication. There's only one, Stu, and it's anaphylaxis, which is a severe reaction or allergic reaction to any kind of chemical. And they ride on the coattails of the emergency use authorization. And I have to tell you, there's nothing.
No, that ain't on there. She lying to you.
An EUA is not a free pass.
Not on the insert.
I'm going to take the listeners, or the viewers rather, through.
What do you want me to do here? No? Is this a different video than you watched or what?
No, well, I would hold that one right there, but I would connect this because she said that there was some information on that. And maybe there was ones with the box she got, but this lady in chat right here, where I put that link, there ain't nothing on that but the instructions on how to open the pamphlet.
Oh, okay. And I'll just go to the next one here.
Well, I mean, you don't have to play it, but if you want to see what the actual pamphlet looked like, that was probably one of the best videos out there.
Make this video for you because I had to video it so that you'll believe me because, frankly,
that's the one I
can't believe it myself. So here's a brand new sealed perfectly sealed, brand new box of the J&J vaccine. Let's see here. I'm going to break this open, and perfectly on top is this perfectly normal package insert.
Oh my God, it's blank.
A lot of safety and efficacy data. In fact, all of the normal information that we would find in a package insert, like the ingredients, that would all be found right here in this package insert.
Oh my God.
Must be magic. It's all
Wow.
blank. The whole thing. Except for this part. That's the only thing not blank. Are you kidding me?
That is crazy.
That shows criminal intent, doesn't it?
I'm lost for words.
Bloody hell, man. That is just annoying. Just bloody annoying. Good one, Ralph. Yeah, that's the one I saw on your show. Well, Ralph, you there?
Yeah, show that to save that and show your friends. I mean, you know, these companies can screw up, right? Anybody could screw up, you know, and maybe this one just was blank, but they're not. They're all blank.
Okay, can you post that link in Discord, please?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean,
Because I'd like to see that. I'd like to share that around with a few people as well.
Yeah, it's short and sweet, and I think she's telling the truth. I don't think she's trying to hide nothing. I think everything you're seeing there was real. And there were more pharmacists. They got their channels pulled down. There were more doctors and more pharmacists, I think, doing this on YouTube. They got pulled down.
I would bet money that she's a pharmacist. She just
Yes.
looks like
Well, look at them shelves of medications behind her. She's a pharmacist. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think a technician would risk their career to do that, but pharmacists might, because they just might. I don't know. So where should I post that? Locals or New World Order?
Yeah, both or either. Locals, I guess. That's more used, isn't it?
Yeah, what happened to NWO anyway?
What happened to who?
New World Troublemakers, sort of.
Oh, I've been chatting to him on messages tonight. I've gave him the link for this stream. So I sort of hoped that he might turn up tonight. But yeah, he's all right. I've been chatting to him quite a bit today on messages.
Oh, you're talking about Harney?
No, I'm talking about Owen.
Oh, you were talking to Owen today. I'm sorry, I missed that. Oh.
Yeah, in messages, private messages on Discord, you know. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been toing and froing today, chatting, and I sent him a message just before I come on here saying Ockey's live, and I gave him the link for this, but I don't know if he's about or not. So
Then I'm jealous because I haven't talked to Owen like directly for like 3 months or so.
yeah,
Is he doing okay?
I didn't really go into that. We was talking about yeah, we was just having a little chat. Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Okay. And Steve and Rich, if you're watching, I hope you enjoyed that video.
Who's Stephen Rich?
And the other one,
Stephen
the
Rich,
other
yeah.
one you played, Hawkeye, that was a good video too. If you haven't seen it, that's pretty compelling. And a man like you with all that medical shit, you might find that really interesting.
Okay, I'm just going to bookmark
She goes right
that.
down. Yeah, she goes into graphene oxide, I think, on that one. Like, what? You putting in that shit?
Yeah, that graphene oxide is scary stuff, man.
Yeah, I think it is. But you know what that's going to do to amateur radio? Like in 5 years from now with that technology, you'll be buying a nice radio the size of a cigarette pack, put out 200-300 watts probably. Yeah,
Really?
It'll be a big leap in electronics.
How much is a ham radio these days?
I don't know. You spend a lot of money. You spend probably, I don't know, $800-900.
Yeah, you can probably get a second-hand one for £400 or £500, £1,000, £1,200 for a new one.
No.
Yeah, my brother's.
Yeah, I think that's
radio.
what the 570. If you ever get one, you want to look for receive.
And if you ever want to join our Discord chat group, video sharing group, I'll send you a link. We can talk about that tomorrow.
Well, you can, but I'm pretty stressed. I'm pretty stretched out. You know, I got my own rhythm. I just stay on this tube. I got this. You know what? You might like it over there in England too. Pin to the Atlas. They're called Pin to the Atlas. They're a guy and gal that go out and explore gold mines, old mines out in Nevada and stuff. Really pretty. Get some nice sky shots there, and you're sitting under great clouds every day. It's nice to watch that shit at night.
Nice. There is one American guy. He's an old guy. He's called Jeff. I can't remember his last name. His channel is Jeff something, but he goes out gold panning, and he's dressed a bit like a cowboy, you know. But he's really good as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. I'm subbed to him too. He shows you all the gear for desert, dry gold panning, and all the different.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, he's smart guy. You know who he hook up with a guy named Ask Jeff Williams. That's another good channel.
Jeff Williams. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the other guy. They're two very, very smart people.
Yeah, Jeff Williams is the one I was talking about. I think he's a really nice guy.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
He shows you how to do the dry panning.
Did you been watching him lately?
No.
He bought a gold mine. Yeah, he's got a gold mine in Caliche, dude. He's down like almost 100 feet by himself, I think. I think the main shaft is 100 feet, 90 feet or something. He did that all himself.
Where's Caliche?
Caliche's like ocean remnants of ocean. They find shells in the stuff, but it's a type of dirt. And he bought a gold mine there. He's really, really brilliant. He does all the carpentry too in that mine, which is incredible.
Yeah, I should have bought a gold mine. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, 30 years old. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, for sure. That would have been a good deal for me. Dig and blast, and all that shit out. Dig and blast, all that shit out. 1,000 foot down in solid rock.
Yeah, I watched another series about gold mining and gold panning and stuff. It was in Nome in Alaska, and they've got these big boats that they go out offshore, and they've got big diggers.
Oh yeah.
And they dig up the seabed, bucket at a time, and put it through this shaking machine, and they just get so much gold there. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. I watch them guys. I haven't seen them in a while though.
Yeah.
Couple of
the
years.
other one I like, it was Australian gold panning. I think the biggest gold nugget was found in this region. Back in the day, there was a big gold rush there, but because it was back 100 years ago, they lost a lot. And with modern technology and modern equipment, they've gone back over this area. And Oh my God, the amount of gold that they've got out of there is it's just incredible.
Yeah, wait till you see the amount of gold in California if they wash that place out with 15 inches of rain. Wait till you see this. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
if they're controlling the weather, dude, I'm telling you, I don't think anyone would pass that up if they were really greedy enough.
Well, you know, we were talking about the fires, and I don't know what's worse, the fires or the worldwide flooding that's going on. Like that is
just a drought in this country. I mean, you know, Utah's a pretty place, Arizona pretty place. But boy, I'm telling you, they dry out that aquifer and it's all done. I mean, you know, that's why they left Mesa Verde, I think. Go look up Mesa Verde. I think that's why the people left Mesa Verde. They dried up. They couldn't get enough water back a couple thousand years ago, whatever it was.
It's all very UN Agenda 2030 stuff, isn't it, Ralph?
Yeah, and I believe this state is going to pass. They already passed Register of Animals. So your dog gets registered at a state level here, not at a town.
Oh, yeah.
And I think next they're going to go after the wells. I think they're going to comply with Agenda 21, and every well in this country is going to have a meter on it.
Smart meter.
Well, yeah, it's just, actually, it will, you know, in some cases, I mean, rural Maine doesn't get a lot of good cell reception either. So I don't know how they're going to.
Well, you haven't got 5G yet, though, right?
Oh, there's 5G in Maine.
Is there really?
Yeah, it's called Red Zone. Can you type that in? Red Zone.
Oh, so would that be in urban areas like smart cities?
Well, it'll show you a map. If you go to Red Zone and see the map of coverage, you should be able to see what Red Zone is. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that shit either.
Is Red Zone a company?
Yeah, it's a one of the top 5G, really plugged right into the Pentagon, I think, right into that place out there in NSA listening complex. I think that's what that whole shit thing is. They're gonna be watching these people go in their refrigerator.
We don't have 5G in Ontario yet that anybody's admitted to. Google wanted to start a smart city on the downtown lakeshore of Toronto.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was totally automated. But for some reason, City Council rejected that.
So I don't know if you can get a coverage map in there. It'll show you my state and about the size of the coverage. And they transmit it. It's a pretty good technology. I really like the technology a lot, but I think they should have held it below 2 gigahertz. I don't think they should have been allowed to go up as high as they are.
They're
ridiculous.
I really think it's going to fry our brains, Ralphie. I really do. Which city are you closest to then?
Waterville.
I don't see it on this map.
It's north of Augusta. It should be Lewiston and Augusta.
Yeah, I see Lewiston and Augusta. Oh, there's Waterville there. Yeah, okay. Augusta's the capital. Is that correct, if I remember?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, there's only 2 cities that I remember, Bangor and Augusta.
Yeah, well, Portland too. Yeah, you're right, Augusta. It's not Portland. Should be Portland and Augusta. From what a lot of these Mainers tell me, they said it should be a South Maine and a North Maine.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah, but I think, you know, when I heard that like 8 years ago, I think that line's moved up north of me at least 50, 70 miles. And getting a little city folk here, you know, the LED billboards.
Yeah.
I mean, if I remember, I'll go into town and do a video. I got to show you guys the billboards.
Is there
I mean,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's just fucking ridiculous. And it's like 10 o'clock at night. Nobody's on the road. They get these fucking billboards brighter than fucking burn your eyes out, and they're right on the side of the road. Crazy. So much light pollution here, too, in the last 3 years.
Wasn't there a part of Maine that one time wanted to join Canada?
Yeah, I think that was in North Rooster County, I think. I don't know much about the state's history. I think it was owned by Massachusetts, and then they broke away.
So you're really close to Augusta. You're actually, all those three cities are pretty close. So what would be the distance, say, between Portland and Bangor? Is that about a couple hundred miles?
No, you're probably looking at 2.5, 3 hours on the highway. I'll be right back. I go get the Bud. Bud's in charge.
How are you doing there, Bud?
I'm all right, mate.
Yeah, I'm all right too. I'm going to be shutting this down so soon. I've been on for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna finish this cigarette over the next few minutes, and I'm gonna go. Yeah.
I want to thank you for coming up, and thanks to Local for showing up. Thanks to Harney and Don for coming out. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, thank you for having me as always. Thank you. Yeah.
What's your real name?
I don't share that online.
Well, I mean, why don't you call yourself Tom, and if you come into my room, all right, whatever. We like a little personal, but it's all right. Oh, everything's good.
Just type in small caps, type in large caps, and you'll be fine.
How far are you from Augusta, Hawkeye?
Augusta, east. Oh, is New York State right next to Maine?
No, you got New Hampshire and Vermont.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
job, big bud.
So you got to go through New Hampshire, Vermont, and then if you go through the Northeast Crossing around Kingston, Ontario, which is right across from near Rochester, New York.
Yeah, I know where it is. Ain't you got a beer brewery there?
Kingston?
Near Kingston.
And Barrie. Yeah, we have
Barrie. Yeah, I've been there.
You've been here, right?
Yeah, I've been there. And you know what happened to me? I got lost. We didn't have GPS back then. And I started talking to these two guys who I'm driving on 2 meters. The guy told me to pull the truck over. I'll be there in about 5 minutes, right? I'm like, no. You better make sure you're not going to get robbed, Ralphie. And the guy came out and he brought me because it was really complicated off that highway there.
Right, the 400.
Yeah, 400, and then there was no trucks allowed or some shit. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
But they were really nice. They were really, really nice. He came right out, and he was just delighted. It was just a good, nice time. I met a ham radio operator.
So is it true, would you say that Canadians are more polite than Americans?
I think they're more polite, but I think Americans have been savagely whipped, in the brain. I mean, they watched Kennedy be head blowed off on TV. They watched Kent State. They watched the Vietnam bullshit. Dan Rather used to come on every night like they do the Corona Bona on TV today. Oh, we got 280 dead. Well, yeah, they used to come on in the news back in the 60s, and that's what they would start with.
Ralph,
KIAs, Mr.
Ralph, I was watching Walter Cronkite in the 60s.
Oh, cool.
And Dan Rather, and my favorite was Peter Jennings for ABC World News.
Yeah.
Canadian. I think he just died of lung cancer.
Yeah, he's a Canadian. But I think America's, like your country never got in any kind of shit like that, have you? If you look back in the last 50 years of Canada's history, I mean, they really have, you guys are, you mind your business pretty much, you know what I mean?
we just slaughter Native Americans or Native Canadians.
Yeah, but you know, all right, put that aside. Yep, that's one. What they get another 800? I seen.
Yeah, it's out of control. I haven't even really looked at that story.
They're all over. They're all over Minnesota. They're all over Wisconsin. They're up here. I bet you any money there's mass graves up here.
Yep, that's the dark, dirty secret that everybody.
Yep. And I'll tell you, son, the earth don't feel too kind to me when I'm at that point. But I tell you, you get out some desert land and it ain't got that much blood on it, probably none at all. And you're walking on a place on the planet, you know, that really has no history of killing anything, except maybe deer or something.
Sorry, do you have tribal land in Maine?
Yeah, I think there's a group that owns an island up there. But you know, you got treaty shit. So you give these people the island, you don't give them access to the water. They can't own the water.
Could I just cut in for a minute? Sorry, guys, I've got to go to bed now. It's been nice meeting you.
All right, you take good care. Same here.
Cheers, mate, and cheers, Okai. Good night, mate, and good night to anyone still in the side chat. So thank you all, and good night. Cheers. Goodbye, guys.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.
Have a good night. Nice meeting you.
I'm going to shut her down too now, Ralph. I've been going for 3, and I'm getting a little tired. Going to go for a stretch and a smoke outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have a smoke too. But thank you, Okai. I really I think you got a good thing going here. You know, just hang in there. It's hard to build the ship back up once you've been down, huh?
Oh, I'm not too interested in building, to be honest with you. I'm not going to be looking for 33 million subs anytime.
No, I'm not. I'm never looking for that either.
I just like to have a place that's fairly safe and interesting to put in a few hours, if you know what I mean, just like your show.
Works good. And Matt's out there. Do you ever stop in on Matt?
Who is Matt? Matt Man?
Matt Man, yeah.
Okay, I only vaguely know Matt Man. I don't think I'll subscribe to his channel after we finish here. What is his channel? Is it just called Matt Man?
No, it's #1 Matt Man.
Like write out #1?
Yeah, you write the hashtag deal and then the 1.
Oh, I see. Well, let me just grab that before you go then, because I might need some help. #1.
I want to thank Dawn too for that little laugh back there. It's easier to go to bed with a doctor than it is to get an appointment. That was really classic, isn't it?
That displays wit and charm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Dawn's a sweetheart. She really is. Okay, good night to you, Ralph, my friend.
All right, good night, everybody. Have a good night. Nice meeting you.
We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Dawn. Good night, everybody.